What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Like a blood clot again, you understand? Episode 380 of Back Again. You don't know the vibes. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot ting. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat. As always, blood. You understand? Big up the mods, them. My brothers. Apologies for the lateness, blood. You get me? Lewis, Monts, they are the reasons we are late today, blood. You understand? But we're here, blood. You understand? Lewis is still on mute.
Yeah, I didn't set my alarm. My bad.
There we go, blood. You understand? There we go. Flawless is here, blood. You understand? Look like he just woke up as well, blood. You get me? Look like I'm the only one that's been awake, blood.
Nah, what's up, man? I've already streamed already. Shout out to Judges. I was on Judges' channel. I'm just chilled, man.
Oh shit, you was up early.
Yeah, I was up early, man. I was just chilled out, man. Just relaxed.
I don't know where Peanut Head is, blood. You get me? He will be. Oh, there he is, blood. You understand? Right on cue, blood. You get me? Right on cue, blood. You understand?
Yeah.
But another ep, blood. You get me? Let me check in on the man. Them. You understand? We have no 3-point collectors, blood. You understand? We have a couple 1-point collectors. But that, let me.
We the ones. We the ones.
Yeah, look, blood. We the ones, blood. You understand? We the ones, blood. You get me? For real. But yeah, man. Flawless. Deadest Manchester derby I have ever seen in my life, blood.
Yeah, there was a severe lack of quality. Look at the attackers on show on both sides. Are you surprised? Look at the attacks. And look at them. Yeah, man. As I was going to say, look at the attacks and look at some of the players that came off the bench for both sides as well. But we'll get into it further. But yeah, blessed for having me as always, Troops. Mail Months, Lewis. Shouts to the chat as well. It's good to be back, as always.
Lewis.
Yo.
Bless you.
No.
Your game was even deader, blood.
Yeah, I just woke up from it. But yeah, big up everybody. Somehow I'm still fourth. This league stinks of piss. But whatever. Good to be back. Up the Chelsea. All of that shit. Run me my UCL.
Months. You man just kind of limping over the line right now. But you get me. You're gonna get over the line, but it's a bit of a limp, blood. You get me?
Yeah, I mean, 11 points cleared. Don't know if that shouts limping, but yeah, it's a shit game. As I said, severe. I say lack of quality. There was a few good goals in the game, but yeah, the Sonic Rings got beaten out of us, man. I ain't gonna lie in that first half. But what can you say, man? When we drop points, you drop points. So I guess it's not that deep.
I don't even care, blood.
I know.
I really don't care. You know what I mean?
It's a shit weekend in general, though, to be fair. Like,
yeah, it's been dead, blood. I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, eye on the Champions League, innit? 1 eye on the Champions League, so I hear it.
Yeah, that way. Months.
Yes, sir.
I just want to hear about your defense, blood. What's going on right now? You get me?
Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Dumb and Dumber, Gum No Dum Dum, Stupid Number 1, Stupid Number. Listen, any names you have for idiots, you know what I'm saying? Foolishness. It's just you saw all
Christopher
of it.
Nkunku. So you had any names for idiots?
I clocked straight away, blood. How's the man then moving slow?
Aside from
Chris,
in it, because we know everybody hates Chris. Apart from Chris, yeah.
Oh, bar.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just had to fry up my back line. I'll be honest, because I told everyone, and we'll go one by one. we'll start with Kanate. We'll start with him. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's not even like it's a.
Oh, I'm gonna trust me. I'm gonna get to that.
Do you understand? It's not a one-off blood. Like this has been. You know what I mean?
Listen.
There's a flat. Yeah,
I hope you don't remember. Do you guys know my opinion on Kanate, right? You guys, I'm pretty sure the man.
Yeah, you said he shouldn't have been rushed back.
No. I said he's overrated.
No. Monts don't rate him.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't rate him.
When he says when he does the whole Kanate better than Saliba, he's trying to rattle. Like he don't like. You understand?
Yeah, bro. I'll tell you from now on. Yeah, my fan base don't really like me for this one. They love me for other things, not for this one. But Kanate is overrated. I've said it many times, and I'll say it again. He's not. And by the way, I think overrated. People think, I think he's shit.
You don't rate him. You're saying he's a good player, but he's
a top defender. He's definitely like in the top of the crop of the Prem, but he's the worst of the top of the crop though. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? He's not better than Gabriel. He's not better than Saliba. And if you look at the top four for Liverpool, he's not in that big Trent, Salah, Verge, Ali. He's not in that either. Like, and this is a thing where for me, for a top defender, he does too much bozo stuff. You know, and I generally think that my fan base, they watch Kanate like this. That's how they watch Kanate. They watch him play football like this. I swear to you. And don't get me wrong, stature, he's got that. Speed, he's got that. Aerial prowess, he's got that. You know what I'm saying? Fear factor, he's got that. But you see
IQ.
You see up here, there's too many brain farts. You know what I'm saying?
Moments.
Too many moments for me that makes you go, I can't really, do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what separates the really good defenders from the great defenders. That's what separates you, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You could be a brute. Like for me, Gabriel used to be a brute, but he went like this. The IQ was growing. And IQ is not really a thing that I think you can learn, but you can slowly improve year by year with experience. Because you know what we say, defenders they're more likely to get better with age. With defenders, you know what I'm saying? That's why you can have defenders at 33, 34, 35, as you've seen over the years. But Kanate, for me, even though he's not mad, he's 24, 25, I think he's 25, innit? But I've said this to people, don't get me wrong, before his injury, Kanate was cooking this season. He was cooking. But since he's rushed himself back, he's shown the opinion that I've always had.
Yeah, he's 25.
Yeah, he's 25. But bro, he has too many moments like the one again. 5 minutes into the game, less than 5 minutes in, he's trying to stud roll it in our own box, and he's not even tepped off like that. I'll tell you right now, Kanate was not better than Matip. I'll tell you that for free.
Matip was cold though. Like Matip was like he just never had pace in it. Like,
and then he wasn't even slow. He just wasn't fast. You get it? He was just one of them.
It's like I rated Mertesacker. Like all he was missing was pace. Like. Aerial ability, passing, tackling. It was all there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the best version of Kanate is not better than the best version of Matip. No, listen, go ask Virgil right now. Who would you rather, Matip or Kanate as your partner? He's choosing Matip every day of the week. Every day of the week. I don't care what no one says. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing with Kanate. And if he's not going to improve this, because he wants a new deal. He wants that new deal. I feel like he should get the new deal. He's only on 70k a week. I can't lie. That's criminal, isn't it? He's only on 70 racks a week. But the
Diaz is on that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, come on, man. You know why. You know what I'm saying? We know why. But as I said, I'm not. Listen, this doesn't surprise me with Kanate. And Kanate is like that one player that you can't cuss because he watches anime. He's man them. You know what I'm saying? He done the red flares thing when he signed for the club. He done the red flares thing and all that, brother. It's not like it's not about a likability thing no more. Because that centre back, when you fuck up, you fuck up. And the bottom line is Kanate is making too many mistakes for my liking, and he needs to continue. He needs to cut it out his game. If he doesn't cut it out his game, then he'll continue to be in that overrated category for me. He's a great defender. He's a good defender, but he is way too lackadaisical at times. He rushes out of position at times. He has too many like nosebleeds for me to go, yeah, you're with them, man. That's just the bottom line. Like, cool. And people are going to go, what about VVD? I'm going to get to VVD. I'm going to get to Robertson. I'm going to get to them, man. But we're talking about Kanate right now. So when I'm talking about Kanate...
We're working up the pitch, but we also... before you move from Kanate, you have to pivot back to Kelly. because
Kelleher.
because
I think
the
one of
the
goals
Muniz the Muniz goal, you get me,
he
like
should
that one.
he should
You
have done better.
understand?
But do you know what it is? I'm sorry. The skill was so good, it needed to go in. Sorry, the touch was so good. Even I didn't mind it. See, like that. You know when the goal is that good, I was like, yeah, you know what? Fair dues. He Dele Alli'd VVD. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Dele Alli at Palace, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. One that just come out the air and
Yeah.
mad thing. Well, no, wasn't that Man United? Wasn't that
No,
Man
it was
United?
Palace. Palace away.
No. The one that come out the sky and he's just flipped it, and then he's wrapped it. Wasn't that against Man United?
That was Palace.
Was it Palace? Either one, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So for me, as I said, with Konate, I just feel like he's overrated by our fan base, and everyone talks about him like he's this god tier defender. He's just good, man. Oh yeah. I'm saying done against United, but yeah. Even so, I just feel like we need to understand what Konate is. You know what I'm saying? Stop gassing him into something he's not. You know, and that's just the bottom line. I'll protect Konate. He was outstanding in the first half of the season. He rushed himself back from injury, and in my opinion, he hasn't really recovered since. And how long ago was that now? 2-3 months ago?
Yeah, because it
When
was
did he
like
come back?
early. It
Mid-Jan?
was like it was like January, Feb.
He come back against Tottenham in the first leg of the Carabao, and I'm pretty sure that was in mid-January. And
January.
we're now it's the 7th of April. You see it, so it's been nearly 3 months now, and I've not really seen much of an improvement. There's been odd games that he's been all right, but yeah, just too many bozo mistakes. And even though people said, "Oh well, if he rushed himself back, bro, it's a while ago now. You're not injured no more." You know what I'm saying? And even so, we're talking about IQ here. We're not talking about the physical. He's got all the physical attributes. We're not talking about it. We're talking about IQ. But as I said, we love a trier. As our fan base, we love a trier. You know, like that dead 10 that we have. We have a trier. You know what
Why
I'm
is
saying?
the boss like getting stressed?
As I said, bro, we'll get to him as well. That absolute
he deserves a strafe, to be honest.
That fucking struggle baller that everyone overrates as well. We'll get to him. You know what I'm saying? So then you've got Virgil van Dijk.
Man's kicking the air again.
He didn't kick the air. You didn't kick the air. He didn't kick the air. He just got done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with Virgil van Dijk.
Did you see the way he looked at Robertson when he threw the ball to him when he was taking a throw on? You saw that edit,
bro.
You saw that edit, like, bro. He wanted to smoke Robertson.
Bro, it's because he made the mistake. You know what it is? He made the mistake for the goal, and then he was fuming, blood. He was pissed. He's looking at man going, brother, are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill us? It was dark, bro. It was dark. Funny. You know, it's the same time he gave Trent that look when he was jogging back. I think it was
yeah.
And he gave Trent that look.
That look was crazy. Blood,
he threw the ball at Robinson to take the throw, and he looked at him like, you pussy,
No, swear down.
Blood, he dashed the ball.
Yeah,
he dashed the ball at him, blood, like full pelt.
Yeah.
Robinson was like, and he just took the throw, blood.
Obviously, like with Van Dijk as well, like I haven't seen him have back-to-back bad games in a minute. Like he'll have, don't get me wrong, Van Dijk's had games where he's not been that good. You know what I'm saying? But like then he'll go back to his 15-20 games of being ridiculous. And then he'll have maybe another shit game again. But back-to-back, I ain't seen that since 21-22. You know, I'm sorry, 22-23, sorry. Where he obviously come back from the knee injury.
When he come back from the AC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But and even so, I'm not even talking about that season. I'm talking about the one where Nunes signed, that season where he was a bit shaky. So for me, to see Virgil have back-to-back bad games, in my opinion, is alarming as a Liverpool fan. But at the same time, the responsibility that he has in our back line is mad. If he is not, we are not. We are here. We are here if he is not here. And it showed that because Muniz first Beto, then Muniz. Like, it's like, man, I've suddenly got the blueprint to bully VVD. Now, all of a sudden, I'm seeing a little hair out of place. The waves aren't really waving. It's just looking like a flat top. The ponytail ain't streaky no more.
Is this to do? Is this form or is this to do with the contract? Is his head?
I don't know if you saw the news today about the contract.
Well,
what's the news?
Oh, you heard news about the contract? Yeah. So he come out and spoke about the contract, saying there's positive. You know, VVD come out and said that today. I'll read it quickly now.
Didn't he say that about Trent, like, and then the next day Madrid,
No,
boom, here we
no,
go.
Trent hasn't come out and said nothing. He says there is progress. Yeah, these are internal decisions. I love the club. I love Liverpool. I love the fans. So that's what he's come out and said today. So there's that, and obviously some other news, but I can't really be saying that online. So we'll talk backstage. But yeah, man, like it's one of those things where it's not even the contract. It's just him being shit. It's just him being an idiot. And I do think Konate set the tone in it. You know when in the football match when someone just sets the tone mad early, just does something dumb, and immediately the opposition's like, cool, now we can press them. Now we can apply the high press. I feel like that's what it was. Because after we'd scored, by the way, McAllister banger, by the way. I didn't give him his credit.
Yeah, that was a banger.
That was a banger still. But I've seen something with Liverpool recently. It's been the last 5 games or so. I've seen it happen in 4 of the last 5 games. Where when we concede, yeah, the head drop. That's a these man thing. That's a them man thing. I don't associate my club with conceding and the heads dropping. Because we were beating up PSG in that second leg. Dembele scored and it just sucked all the energy out of the stadium. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though we was poor against Newcastle, Dan Burns scores a bullet header. Everyone's looking left and right. Rather, no one knows who to look at. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, sorry. What's his name? Who's it that scored the goal? Sessegnon. Sessegnon scores the equalizer. Robertson smashes it across the field. We're 2-1 down. Blink again, you're 3-1 down. They beat the Sonic rings out of us in 18 minutes. Because we conceded a goal and their heads went down. That's not what I associate with Liverpool Football Club. So, message to the manager, Arnie Slot, that's the message to the manager. Do not instill no stupidness going forward into the next season. That's not European defeats this early in competitions and going and conceding a goal and heads dropping. And let's be honest, man, you will know when Liverpool concede a goal, you man usually think we're going to come back. Let's be honest, innit? Usually think, they're probably going to go and score somehow. Yeah, that's what Liverpool do. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to water that down no more. We're not going to have the whole, it doesn't become a fortress anymore. Or
like Fulham started better than you, but when it went 1-0, I thought Liverpool were going to go on and win.
Yeah, because after we scored, I'm seeing Matt do like little half-turn spins. I'm seeing Gakpo drop the shoulder. I'm thinking, right, yeah, come on, man. I'm thinking, yeah, easy. I even jumped in Troopz's chat and say, guard of honor pending. You know what I'm saying?
He was running his mouth, blood.
And the second I jumped in the chat,
my thing is Operation Stop the Guard of Honor, blood. You get me? Not Operation Titles back on, blood. Operation Stop the Guard of Honor, boy.
That's just what it is. Yeah. So Van Dijk for me, I say 1 and done, 2 and done, innit? That's 2 now. We're gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And whatever in it. Cool. Now, and
is he finished?
Andy,
because this year he has arguably been your worst defender, blood. Like he has made the most mistakes. He has got destroyed by numerous wingers.
Yeah, listen, but Trent's the one that can't defend. But anyway, I digress. Like, I don't. No, because people love a trier. Because Robinson tries hard. Because he tries hard. You know what I'm saying? People. He's also got
the sprint. You know what I'm saying? And that
he does the no neck thing, bro. You get it? You know that man that run with no neck, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get the white man that do it, and you get the African man that do it. You get you know what I'm saying? You get the African, you know what I'm saying? You get the Black Africans that do it, and then you get the Scotsmen that do it. You see it? And the Irishmen and them man there, bro. Them man with no neck, they're annoying to play against. But when it comes to really thinking about the game, I don't know. So, as I said, Robertson, thank you very much for your services. You will go down as one of the greatest Premier League left backs of all time. But brother, put the left back in the bag, man. Put the left back starting position in the bag, bro. I don't want I'm keeping Tsimikas next year. Robbo, go to Dundee or something. Go to Dundee, bake over there, and cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's not even a technical thing no more. It's just lapses of conversation. It's lapses of concentration. And I understand you've been running with no neck for 9 years, blood. You've been running 9 years. You've been running for 7, 8 years now. You've been running non-stop for Jurgen Klopp, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I'd get brain damage we'd all get brain damage if we were. You get it? Anyone will get brain damage. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. But brother,
I'm tired. Even in the reverse fixture, he goes and gets a red card. He's the reason we drew it against we drew at Anfield. He's the reason.
Oh yeah, he got sent off in
He's
that
the
game.
reason
Yeah,
we
he
drew
did,
against them
didn't
at
he?
Anfield 2-2. You know what I'm saying? And it's mad because Harvey
Did he
actually
make the mistake that led to the goal in that game too?
Yes.
Because I think I did a watch along for that.
Yes. And do you know what's mad? I'm pretty sure Harvey actually hit the crossbar after coming on as a sub.
Yeah.
What, like yesterday?
I only saw the highlights, but yeah.
Same angle. What if you go?
Oh, one at Anfield.
Yeah, Anfield.
Oh, I don't
Harvey really
remember.
actually, I think he hits the bar, or he with a finesse from a similar position, which is mad. That was mad weird when I saw that. I was thinking, right, yeah, that's deja vu thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Robertson, brother, I'm tired. I am tired of him, bro. I'm tired of him. I don't know why Tsimikas ain't being played. When he's played this season, he's not been that bad. And again, when it's 1-1 and you're playing the ball across like that, and then we end up conceding. And the worst thing is, how do you make 2 errors leading to 1 goal? Have you ever heard?
Because he made the pass and then it was deflected off him.
Just shot from a word he was
I was doing the watch along, so when I read the replay, I said, "I'm blood. Imagine he's running there and then fucked it again."
brother, it's giving.
He tried to rectify and it went left, blood.
It's giving Mustafi, bro. It's giving Titus, bro. I couldn't, bro. How are you making two errors leading to 1 goal? 2 to 1 goal. Oh, I can't believe it. So yeah, man, he just pissed me off. Way too much. I'm not on Gravenberch and McAllister. I think they were fine in the game. I think McAllister, his end product could have been a little bit better, but that's me nitpicking. The midfielders are fine, apart from number 8.
What did Szoboszlai do wrong?
No. What did he do? What did he do?
What about number 11?
No. We're in the midfield right now. We're getting to number 11.
Because
what
for
did
me,
number 8 do?
like, I don't really think like
because you forget he's there.
Yeah,
You forget he's there because he's running the seat.
I did a watch along and I was like, that's why I'm thinking what Szoboszlai do wrong? I did a watch along.
No, Troops, look, see, he got you too. Look, you just fell for it. You don't even know you just fell for it. You just fell for it. Because he was running around. You thought, shit, what did he do wrong? No, Troops. What did he do? So he's fooled you. He's fooled everyone. You know what I'm saying? Because he covers yards, he should be a cross-crunchy runner. That's what he should be doing. He should join a running club. That's what he should be doing. He shouldn't be playing football in any advanced position. Because all he does is get nosebleeds. He doesn't do anything on the half turn. Everyone talks about how Declan Rice doesn't pass forward. Go and watch Szoboszlai. If you don't think that Declan Rice don't pass forward, trust me, I've got a guy who actually fits that agenda.
Rice is a DM, so you know what I mean? And he's not a progressive DM who plays on the half turn like a Busquets or a Rodri, or you know what I mean?
Okay,
different.
Szoboszlai doesn't. Szoboszlai tried
He's
to
an
do
English
a half
DM.
Szoboszlai tried to do a half turn, dived, and that's the only time he had a half turn in the whole game. He doesn't do anything progressive. Why do you think the wingers suffer? Because the 10 don't 10. I'm sorry, but if your 10 is praised,
So Salah playing shit is because of Szoboszlai.
No, it's not just there's reasons for everything. Salah was shit for multiple reasons, but he was better
Again.
in the second half. Salah was better in the second half. But when you play with no 10, the striker suffers and the wingers suffer as well. Don't get me wrong. Defensively, we are better with Szoboszlai. Defensively, balance-wise. But what good is the balance when Konate is having brain farts 24/7 and Virgil van Dijk's got dry hair? He's got a dry scalp. What are we doing here?
But that's not Szoboszlai's fault.
So it don't matter. And
That's not Szoboszlai's fault.
VVD's hair wasn't greased up. Robertson's got dandruff, and Konate is bald. Why do you think? What did you not expect? What did you not expect?
This guy's just saying his team's just full of alopecia. I don't know what's going on.
I'm saying the bottom.
I don't get the correlation, but it just sounds
bro,
pretty good.
Bro, it's the same thing. Jota wears Predators.
That's why I said, like, yo, Szoboszlai's just holding bare strays for what, blood?
Jota wears Predators. Szoboszlai's the Hollister model, and this is what it is, bro. This is what it is. You lot cannot tell me, and before I get to the attackers, because I've got some words for the attackers, you lot cannot tell me that Szoboszlai is a good 10. He's not.
He's not a 10.
What you lot were
He's
praising
not a 10.
was a purple patch.
Why is Slot playing him there? He's not a 10.
He's a right back.
No, he's not a right back.
He's a right back.
He's just box to box.
Right
He's just up and down.
He's a right
just
back
box
with
to
a
box,
sledge.
blood.
Bro, you see McAllister's goal.
Do
When's the last
you know
time
what
someone
he
has
is?
done that?
Do you know what
When's
he
the
is? He's
last-
like Gallagher,
Bro,
but better. He's better than
Gallagher's
Gallagher.
Gallagher's better than him. Gallagher's
Nah,
better than
man.
him.
He's like
Gallagher's
mounting
better
them, man. There.
Gallagher's better than him. Gallagher's better than him.
Mount
Gallagher
Gallagher,
is better than
him. They're all in that same bracket.
You mean
He's
man
a
that
right
just
back.
Road
you mean
runner.
man that just run around and don't do
Yeah,
anything?
they just run around, blood.
Bro, Joe Linton's
Incredible
Joe Linton's better than him.
mid-off.
Marcus Llorente's
But
better than him.
Generational
What
mid-off.
better out of them?
Hold on,
Sensational mid-off.
Marcus Llorente's better than him. Joe Linton's better than him. Bruno Guimaraes is better than him. Any of them, man. I'm not even putting Bruno Guimaraes in there. So say he's a runner as a Matty. That's mad disrespect. Gallagher's better than him. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm actually not hearing the Sobbers like chat. Watch this man game in, game out, and tell me you
When
like.
I was bigging up Gallagher last week, I was ridiculed. But now Gallagher's the man.
But you realize Gallagher's not no benchmark.
You said he was cooking at Atletico.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Gallagher's
was
not
you.
no
You said
benchmark,
Yeah, every time
bro.
I watch him, he cooks, bro. I'm not
Nah,
lying.
he's just
And
he's
you
just
watched
better than
Atletico
Griezmann. That's
twice.
all it is.
What I said
That don't mean
was-
he's cooking.
I
Just because
said-
he's better than Griezmann don't mean he's cooking. That's all that is. He's just carrying him. I said
I
just because he's
shut
better
up,
than
bro,
Griezmann.
blood. You chat shit, blood.
Anyway,
I
anyway.
shut up.
I had to throw
went
that
like,
one
what?
in, didn't you, bro?
That's why I fully went like, what? Like,
Bro, Sober's kilometers covered is a hypnosis. It's a hypnosis technique. That's what it is. That's what Sober's meters covered is. His kilometers, his distance covered. It's hypnosis. It's hypnosis. And you lot are telling me he's not a 10. Then I'm right then. If he's not a 10,
but that's Slot's fault then for playing him there.
well,
Yeah, he's not a 10.
That's why I blame Arteta for playing
no,
right
I
out
know.
of position.
No, I know why he plays there because it's for balance. Because it gives the team balance.
And what
But
the
when
high
it comes
press.
But when it
Yeah,
comes,
listen, 'cause he
and
runs
when it
around.
comes to when it comes to breaking down football teams,
But the team needs balance.
the team does need balance. Then put McAllister in the 10, so he doesn't have to run as much. But people are saying, "Oh, you have to run to be in the 10." No, you have to. What are you talking about? You have to run to be in the 10.
Odegaard does a lot of running, to be fair.
Name me all of your
Odegaard.
favorite 10s right now. I'll tell you if any of them were fast, because none of them were fast.
Odegaard's
Ozil
not
was
fast, but he runs.
Guti Hernandez was not fast. Coutinho was not fast. Ericsson was not fast. David Silva was not fast. KDB wasn't really that fast. Griezmann was not really that fast. It is like, do you know what I'm saying? All these men they got a little bit of explosive acceleration. They can get about, but they're not fast. So why are people telling me Sober's like is rapid? Mata weren't fast. That's another one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Payet
this
weren't
goes
fast.
on,
Matter. Proper
You
Chelsea.
know what I'm saying? Payet weren't fast. Bruno Fernandes is not fast. None of these 10s are like, do you get it? Cherky,
Bruno Fernandes.
bro, Cherky's not even fast. If you actually deep it, Cherky's not fast either. Julian Brandt is not fast. Mario Götze is not fast. Do you get it, bro? You see these
I hear
these
you.
athletic 10s, bro. And you men are wondering why you hate football. And you men are giving these
Yeah,
athletic
you got a
10s
point.
blind.
This whole I've never known about 10s and we're talking off the ball attributes is crazy. Yo. We're
Brother,
talking
it's
about
dark.
creating player and it's
It's
off the ball
dark. Palmer's
attributes.
not fast, bro. Do you get it? It's dark. Thomas Muller was
Yeah.
never fast.
Ozil
None of
weren't
these men are
fast.
If there are some,
Ozil just would be like, beep, beep, beep.
don't get me wrong. When I'll be honest, yeah, Mercurio's Ozil had a little bit of jets. Sly had the jets when Ozil had the Mercurials in it. But
Now you're talking about Ozil in like the flipping 2010 World Cup when he was like when he was like 20. He was like 20. When he went to Madrid, that's when you understand, you saw the real Mesut Ozil. Do you understand?
Yeah. But my point is,
Because at that point, I think he was still at Bremen.
yeah, bro. As I said, Guti
My
Hernandez
number 10.
was not quick.
There you
Guti-
go,
Ozil before Ozil. So you see these athletic 10s here. There will be the odd athletic 10 who is just he has everything. You know what I'm saying? Who's just brilliant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Kaká. Like, you know, he was quick.
Kaka.
You know what I'm saying? But like there wasn't a lot of he was like an anomaly.
Kaka.
He was an anomaly in what he done. So for me, like when someone says, like you know,
Fucking bird.
yeah, like 10. For me, I'm just looking at you like you're an idiot, bro. I'll be honest, because I'm pretty sure no one asked about Coutinho's athleticism when he played in the 10.
Yeah, you're right. It's an excuse.
You know what I'm
because he
saying? When
doesn't give you
Firmino
anything
played
on
in
the
the
ball.
10, when Firmino played in the 10, when Liverpool played 4-2-3-1, and Firmino played as the 10, I'm pretty sure no one was asking about Firmino's pace. You know what I'm saying? Stop using pace and P&P to cover up this man's lack of IQ. He gets a nosebleed anytime he's 30 meters from the goal. When's the last time you see him score a goal that McAllister scored? Just give it. Just give it an absolute rest.
Only have bangers.
bro.
I heard about this for Hungary, but he don't shoot for Liverpool. It seems.
Yeah, like Hungary, he lets them off, blood.
Bro, he scored two bangers for Liverpool, bro. Two bangers, one against West, two against West. They're both against one against Leicester, another against West Ham. But even so, you don't really see it like that. McAllister scored way more bangers than Szoboszlai. They came here at the same time. They arrived at the same time. Everything you guys thought Szoboszlai was going to be is what McAllister is.
But McAllister done that at Brighton, so we knew that. We didn't really know a lot about Szoboszlai. We was going off what we saw him for Hungary.
Bro, they keep recycling that free
Remember
kick.
McAllister used to hit free kicks for Brighton?
I know.
Penalties. He was their set piece taker, blood.
Bro, but Szoboszlai was known for his set pieces as well. All he does is hit the wall. That's all he does. He just hits the wall. So, as I said, I'm not hearing you look
like half my
you don't listen, must feel, blood. Yeah, honestly, you lot go take off your socks and go stomp on Lego, because that's what it feels like to watch him play football in that 10 position. You lot go do a roly-poly on needles. Go do a roly-poly on scale electrics. I dare you, see how it feels. That's how it feels to me to watch this guy play football in the 10. It's nothing. Now on to the attackers.
Yeah, Mo Salah. How many games is this now that he's missing, blood?
5.
Because this is yo, blood. You understand that, man? This is what I said to you about your Ballon d'Or talk earlier, blood. I said to you, like, this guy will never win a Ballon d'Or, bro, because he's always going to pose up with a Christmas tree. Mind your business, blood. Keep it halal. You understand?
Hold on. Rafinha has 2 goals since December the 4th, but no one will talk about that. But as my point is anyway. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, you didn't know that?
Him and Yamal have both been struggling.
I'm not pushing Rafinha. I'm not pushing Rafinha.
Him and Yamal have both. Him and Yamal have both struggled. I think Yamal's got a similar stat as well. I think his stats.
I'm not here to talk about Rafinha. I just wanted to let you know that, because
I'm not pushing
Rafinha. But as I said, Mo Salah is pissing me off, bro. It's pissing me off right now. Because you know what it is? He's doing the bake. He's just baking off and not doing nothing. And the bottom line is, I've always said, yeah, you shouldn't need help to show you. You shouldn't need help to show you, like, to show us what you're about. I feel like Mo Salah is at that point in the season where, unless he has Harvey Elliott to come on and link up with him or an overlap, then he's looking mad inactive. And for someone who's had the season that he's had and the standards that we're holding to, it's not good enough. Now, does he need a reline? Because look, this is shot. You get it? Does he need that? What does he need? Does he need the fade? What does he need? Does he need the 2 lines? Does he need the Aaron Lennon? Does he need the Aaron Lennon eyebrow slit? What does he need? Let us know what you need. Has he got the contract already? And now we've baked? Is it an Aubameyang thing? Is it a colour thing, Robbie? I don't know what it is. But what this guy needs to start doing is bucking up his ideas, because you know what? He had the chance to even put Jota through on goal. So I'll give him his credit for that. And Jota should have bagged that chance, by the way. We're going to get onto that. We're going to get onto him as well. But Salah, the ball from Diaz, yeah, on your right foot, on the half bounce, you could have opened your body up and just slotted it. For someone of that caliber when it comes to finishing, we had more than enough chances in that second half to put that game away. That second half, we peppered the life out of them, and we only scored 1 goal. Are we Chelsea or something? That's a Chelsea thing, bro. What are we doing here? The attacking quality has been absolutely. When Luis Diaz is your best player, that says something. Big him up because he changed the game. He was wicked. He didn't even deserve to be dropped. That's on slot as well. He didn't deserve to be dropped. Not at all. Because he come on and was Liverpool's best player. But for the life of me, if Luis Diaz is your best player, then we got to start looking at ourselves. Salah, you got to look at yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salah, you got to look at yourself. Genuinely. You know what I'm saying? Because we've got you, not even you. We have a record to beat. I'm trying to run agendas. And you're stopping me from doing that.
Remember, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people say, like, look, the chat. So some man in the chat, oh, Troop's got the Salah agenda. No, Mons has caused this on himself, blood. He has brought this on himself. Ballon d'Or, Salah gonna break Henry's record. This, that, da. So now that he's stuttering like Joe, you understand?
What?
I am here to, you get me, ask the question.
You got to level the playing field. I get it.
I'm here to ask the question, like, yo, where is Salah, blood? Because
the game's the game.
Henry never went missing in an Arsenal title race, blood.
No, he went missing in finals.
We're talking about the Premier League, mate. Yeah, he didn't go missing. Yeah, Mr. Consistent. Yeah, four golden boots, blood. You understand? There's levels to this thing. You understand?
Salah's about to get his 4th golden boot.
There's levels. You get
Salah's
me?
about to get his 4th golden boot, by the way.
He ain't beating the record though, is he?
How far is he off the record now?
He's 3 assists away. He's 3
And
assists
how long's
away.
this been? How long's he been 3 away?
For like
Hey, you
3
wanted him to wait till the Arsenal game. You're getting your wish.
for 2 games. For
How
2
long?
games. Bro. If he had an international break.
You wanted to wait till the Arsenal game. You might be getting your wish.
That's what he thinks. He ain't waiting for nothing, blood.
Bro, and again, so when Salah does break the assist record, because again, he should have got an assist because you lot can't tell me Jota shouldn't have scored that chance. He should have got his assist. But
It's clear cut.
Same as
yeah,
Ozil.
bro.
Ozil was prevented by Donkey Kong. It happens.
You know what I'm saying? But even so,
Everton play for Arsenal then.
Who?
Everton play for Arsenal then.
This guy.
boy.
Man know the true Donkey Kong, blood. You understand? But yeah, carry on, Monts.
Yeah, so for me, as I said, Salah, he owes us, innit? Like, okay, he doesn't really owe us because of what he's done this season. But I'm talking about in terms of the performances over the last have they've just not been up to par. Don't get me wrong. If I'm being completely objective, in the second half, he did improve and he was, but like with him and Harvey Elliott were linking up and I was liking what I was seeing. But at the end of the day, it was too little too late. You know what I'm saying? I understand you want to play with your 10 and you want a 10 that can play football. And it's no stretch that when Harvey Elliott came on, we saw flowing attacks. Things were happening. You know what I'm saying? It was making sense. It was making sense. But you don't stick with that fucking Hollister model. You don't stick with that fucking Hollister model. I dare you. As I said, put him at right back and let him cook. Yeah? Put him at right back and let him cook. Yeah? Now, Diogo, brother, was it fuck champs this weekend? Let me know what it was. You see why I said shit guy finally scored last game? You see why I said that now? Do you see why I said shit guy finally scored?
But a lot of your fans say that.
Weren't you giving him credit, Monts? He scored a banging goal against Everton. Yes, he did score a banging goal against Everton. But I said, listen, build on that. Don't score a banging goal and then go missing. What are we doing here?
But ain't he one of the reasons why you ain't won more Prems because of his injuries?
Listen, these are the conversations where I won't be allowed back in the city, G. Because I won't be allowed back in the city, bro. I have them conversations. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. As I said, my striker wears Predators, man. But then again, Muniz wears Predators, and he barely added Van Dijk, so I can't even use that as an excuse now. You know what I'm saying? I can't even use that as an excuse because I tell you right now, I need to buy new football boots. I've been looking for new football boots. I just come back from my injury. You think I'm gonna go buy some Predators? You think I'm gonna go if Flawless saw me rock up to Manchester with Predators? Flawless, what would you think if you saw me rock up with the gold Predators? Press. And you know what position I play? You've seen me play football. If you saw me walking with the big tongue over the foot press, what would you think?
I'd be like, what's going on? What happened, man?
Is everything all right at home? Is everything all right at home?
For you to rock up with Predators, I'd be like, what's going on?
For me to rock up with Predators, Flawless would look, bro, I told you, be like, Monts, bro, listen, chat to me. You pull me to the side. You pull me to the side and go, Monts, it's everything good, bro. Genuinely.
Yeah, I'd be like, what's happening? Yeah.
You get it, bro. Tired of this guy, fam. But no, listen, if I'm going to give any credit, listen, credit to Harvey Elliott, Luis Diaz as well, and Connor Bradley. I'm not gonna lie, Connor Bradley cooked when he come on. I'm glad he's back. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get his run in the team now as well. So shout out Connor Bradley and Curtis Jones. When he went into midfield, he wasn't very good at right back. When he went into midfield, he was a lot better as well. So the issue is with us is that the defense just let us down. I think we gave ourselves, because we got beat. As I said, the Sonic Rings got beaten out of us to the point where we're 3-1 down at half time. And this whole notion of starting games poorly and finishing games strongly needs to stop in the Prem now. Because there's always going to be that game where you concede 3 goals and you're giving yourself too much to do in the second half. And eventually that's what it was. We gave ourselves too much work to do and we didn't have enough to get over the line or to get the draw. So, yeah, man, I think Slot got it wrong. He's got it wrong a few times recently. I'm not going to I
was going to say that because I ain't heard you be critical on Slot not once in this monologue, blood. You understand? And
yeah,
for me, you get me? Like, changes should have been made in your team a while back. I'm seeing a lot of tired players. You understand? He's had ample opportunity to switch it up. Harvey Elliott's been knocking on the door every time he makes an appearance. He makes something happen. Chiesa, he done well against Newcastle Carabao Cup. Nothing from that.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is the time to actually go and do something, bro. I feel like this is the time to make. Like I wanted to see Endo start a game. Grav went centre back and looked better than Konate. Like, can't take this shit, man. Can't take this shit no more, man. But anyway, yeah, credit to the boys that come on the sub. I think Chiesa wasn't very good. I think Nunes wasn't very good either. But Chiesa needed to come on earlier anyway to get into the game. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to see Chiesa start. And I'll be honest, it might have to be Diaz back in the 9, man. At this point, I can't take the Jota. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. So listen, yeah, that's just what it is. I don't really have too much else to say on the game. I said McAllister's goal was an absolute screamer. That actually made me stand up for once. I haven't seen a banger in a minute. There's always bangers in Liverpool versus Fulham. There's always a banger. That's mad. You know what I'm saying? As I said, we literally spoke on the Friday about there being 4 bangers in that game when we won 4-3. So it was nice to see someone actually launch a rocket. Even Muniz's goal, in my opinion, was like a banger because of how much tech there was in that goal. You know what I'm saying? The way he took that down. And as I said, like, bro, like I was on Van Dijk for the way he was bullying, the way Muniz bullied him, not for necessarily that goal. Because sometimes you got to say, brilliant skill. I wasn't, if you go look at my watch along, I wasn't mad angry at the 3rd goal because the goal was that good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a moment of quality is a moment of quality. I'm more annoyed at throughout the performance throughout the game from VVD, where he was losing his duels. You know what I'm saying? And when he did win the header, it was kind of going in the wrong direction. They're winning the second bounce. Now all of a sudden they're on a fast break. That's what annoys me. A moment of quality is a moment of quality. If you go look back at the most greatest centre backs, you can get done by a moment of quality. It can happen, innit? You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, that's my thing, innit? But Arsenal drew. That's the only thing I kind of be like, you know what? It's not that mad. And for me, I hope it's a
complacency.
It's only our
complacency slipping into your game as well, blood.
I've seen it a few times. I saw it against Wolves, even though we won against Southampton. Saw it against Southampton as well. And the players said they come out and they said they'd never seen Slot that angry at halftime. Obviously, we come out and smoke them. But I'm just tired of this notion of starting games poorly. That needs to not happen. We need to start games properly going forward. We've got West Ham and Leicester. I think West Ham and Leicester in our next 2 games. So those are 2 games I expect. And I think the West Ham games at Anfield.
Yeah, West Ham games at your place.
Yeah, so for me...
Sunday.
Yeah, but listen, as I said, I'm more angry. When I talk about this in my anger, I'm talking about the game in isolation. Mostly, apart from when I'm talking about Konate being overrated and obviously Szoboszlai being Szoboszlai. So, yeah, we're still in a great position. I'm not gonna overly overreact and start, we're shit, we're this, we're that. But yeah, it was just it was a wake up call. It's only our 2nd loss of the season in the Premier League, and at the end of the day, bro. But I hope it's a wake up call. I hope these lot understand now that they can't take the eye off the ball and the defense.
You think you could lose more?
Yeah, because I think we could lose.
You got some tough.
The last 4 games. The last 4 games are tough. The last 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got us, Chelsea away. You got Tottenham, Brighton away.
Newcastle as well. No, we don't have Newcastle.
No, you ain't got Newcastle.
No,
you got Brighton.
Yeah.
You got Brighton away. So your remaining games is West Ham home, Leicester away, Tottenham home, Chelsea away, Arsenal home, Brighton away, Palace home.
Yeah, the last few, you say 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully the league will be done by then. You know what I'm saying? If we win the next 2 games, then I believe it's 5 points. Or is it 6 points? I know, because I think
we have to win our next 4 to stop you getting guard of honor against us.
Yeah, because we need 12 points in it to win the league.
Yeah, so if we win 4,
and if we win the next, and by the way, 12 points is saying if Arsenal win every game.
Win our 4 in a row.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Which is unlikely.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I can't lie. Arsenal, you're gonna have to drop some points. Nah,
fuck that. If I'm doing guard of honor, you're doing it as well, blood.
And yeah. That's why you need to drop some points, innit?
You want to give them a guard of honor?
I'd rather give them a guard of honor than have them win it at my ground every day ending in a Y.
We're on 73
We've already
points.
given them a guard of honor before. They've given us one before. I don't care.
I think there's
Liverpool have given us a guard of honor as well. When
But winning the league on man's ground is different.
98. Then they beat
Yeah,
us.
that is a different thing.
Yeah, winning the league at man's home ground is different. I don't want that. I'd rather give him a guard of honor.
We've done that at all your grounds.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, 1913. Yeah, I forgot. My granddad might have been alive for that. But yeah, I don't want to see
this. That's how long ago it was at the bridge. I thought
it was 1913.
It was 19. What are we talking? Wade in the water.
Yeah. Like Jim Crow laws, all of that. Crazy, bro.
During like when Roots was on in that dark.
Yeah, when we weren't even allowed basic rights in that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm taking it to the bank, bro. I'm
Shit.
taking it to the bank, bro. Do you understand?
I said, wait in the water time.
It's part of the record, mate. You understand?
I'm flawless. I know you like that.
Yeah, it was a good one. You're waiting the water.
I ain't heard that since year 8. That's crazy.
Yo, that song, you know what? That song's banging, yo. I can't lie. It was a smoke with that. You know what I'm saying? You ever came up with that?
I'm not even gonna sing it because my ancestors will kill me still. They'll haunt me, but yeah, no, it's dark.
Nah, I
It's
didn't know.
really
I just thought it was more recent. 'Cause obviously, I know it was more recent at OT and at Anfield. So I thought it was more recent at the bridge. Yeah, Spurs as well. Yeah, I know that's recent as well.
That's
No,
dark. Man
like
said
modern day
you
times.
gave the guard of honor when there was no melanin in sight. Like no melanin in
Don't matter.
My thing.
Don't matter, mate.
You learn
Guard of honor. It wasn't even a guard of honor. We won the league at their ground. It wasn't a guard of honor.
Yeah, you won the league there. Yeah.
The only
There
team
was
I
no
think who's giving us
melanin
a guard of I think the only team who's giving us a guard of honor is Liverpool because we played them after we won the league.
Yeah, the thing is, you know what's funny? You know when you gave us the guard of honor, so you beat us 2-1.
Yeah.
You beat
But
us
when
2-1,
when you gave us the guard of honor, you beat us 4-0.
yeah, that's mad. Yeah, dark man. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I feel like we'll be all right, innit? It's just, bro, just let me win the next 2 games, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. And that's about it, really. I know it's a dead. It's hard to like. It's honestly it's even hard for man them really to clown us properly because we're winning. It's like when Man City would be winning and they lose 1 game, and it's like, oh well, we'll laugh at you for the day, but it's like, okay, back to reality. So
Yeah, man was telling me ring Monts. I said, what am I ringing Monts for, blood?
yeah. But then again, if you're getting on to man and I say, yeah, but we're gonna win the league, the show would last 5 minutes. So we have to talk about it in some degree. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
Big up man like Rex. He says, pray for us tomorrow. We need more than God, mate. Trust me.
Pray for Madrid.
Big up man like Louis. He says, big up the man them every time. Are we cooking Megan Rapona, aka Ganacho, and the Acne, Maya Lesnar, Grassmus, #, pray for Madrid. We're gonna talk about them frauds, blood. You understand?
Of course, when do we do?
And we're gonna pay homage. We're gonna pay homage to Bruno Fernandes. You get me? Big up GK, my dog. He says, big up guys. I graduated college in 41 days, and I was wondering what your first job out of college was, and if you use your degree to this day. To this day. Also, why do you guys watch the Premier League since when it sucks?
Because it's my job, so I can't.
It's our job. It's my
Yeah,
job.
It's my job. You think I want to sit down?
Because even if it stinks, the Chelsea's there, so it's brilliant.
It's my job. So you know, I can't. If I don't watch it, I can't do my job.
Even if it wasn't my job, I'd watching it. It's my team, blood. You get me? But out of college, I never went college, blood. You get me? So you could that question's for them, lot.
He's talking about university. They say it's in college university there though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, I didn't go uni. I got into. It's funny because I actually got into uni. University of Nottingham. Nottingham University uni I got into.
Yeah, in regards to
it was to study
college.
English, but I went to the open day. They told me I had to read a book a week, or it was a book every 3 weeks, and I just
this guy. Yo, you wasn't having it.
No shot.
He wasn't having it. Crazy.
No, they said I had to read a book. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like a book every 2 weeks. I've read 2 books in my whole life. I didn't even finish them.
Damn.
You're telling me? I said nah. I said, nah, there got to be something else I'm good at. Has to be something else, man. They said I had to go read books. Fuck off. Nah. And yeah, but because obviously, like I was a book smart guy in it. I got good grades in maths and English, but yeah, it weren't that. So that's when I went to study. It's funny because I sound like a hypocrite now, because then that's when I went to study acting, innit? So I went to study. I went theater school. But reading a script and reading a book is two different things to me. I think it's completely different. But yeah, my first job was what? What was my first job? I worked at Power League. Yeah, Power League, picking up I was doing the hosting thing. Before I got into coaching, I was picking up the little bits of litter at the sides at times, sometimes joining the football. Bro, I was earning like such little peas. It was basically slave. I'm basically a slave. I can't even lie, I'm deep in it. Yeah, it was wading the water thing. It was a wading the water thing. So, like, the peas was dark. I'm pretty sure I was on like £6 an hour. Dark, man.
That's still better than what I was on at View. That was peak. It was like 5 something.
Swear, that's bad. I thought 6 was dark. I thought £6 was dark.
What year was this though? What year is you man talking?
Oh, this is before I turned 21, so I think it was like so I think it was the under 21 minimum wage.
Yeah, this is long before the minimum wage.
I was like 18. I was like 18, 19. So so that's like 10 years ago. 9-10 years ago.
Minimum wage in England now is, I think, £10.
What?
Is that the minimum wage now?
Yeah, it's gone up to £10.
Hey, I was out here £6 an hour, bro.
Yeah, when I was working, minimum wage was £6.
Yeah, I remember it being all £6-7 and stuff. What was my probably straight out of college first job? I didn't go uni. It's probably a call center job, to be honest. Is that the easiest jobs to get? Because they have a high turnover of staff, so it's just like, let's just run this for a couple of months and see how long and get some money. That's legit it. Easiest jobs to get.
It's dark, man. I'll be real. I'm deep in it. Lewis, 5.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was dark, but bro, I wasn't that far off, bro. I was sick. I was £6 an hour.
Then they complain when I'm bunning zoots on my fucking lunch break. Like, nah, fuck off,
bro.
Because you was eating all the munchies.
Bro, and the thing is, Bearman, and the worst thing is, yeah, with the money I was earning, Bearman used to come to where I used to work in it to kick ball. I'm talking Scorcher, Terminator, Bearman, Bearman, Reece Nelson.
Yeah, because Terminator, I swear, ex-professional, because he was at Arsenal when he was younger, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at Arsenal.
He was at Arsenal. Yeah,
was at Arsenal still. Cold baller. You know what I'm saying? Scorch is decent. People think Scorch can kick ball, you know. You can kick ball, you know. Yeah. Centre mid type. Yeah, he's a good player still. Yeah, there's a lot of man would come and kick ball. So even sometimes it was just embarrassing, bro. So man was just trying to play it cool and whatnot. Yeah, it's mad. But yeah, a lot of man. I think Reece Nelson come down. Eric Dyer come down as well. I don't know if you guys remember Kevin Stewart. He used to play for Liverpool. Hull to Liverpool. Kevin Stewart. He does like. Do you remember light skin Kevin Stewart?
Oh,
yeah, he used to come down and kick ball. Like when he went at Liverpool during that breaks and he'd come down and kick ball. Bearman used to kick ball there, but yeah, it was dark, man.
They got Boxer Oranges. He says the only bright side was Conor Bradley coming back. Salah looked alive for the first time in ages after he subbed in.
Yeah, it's true.
Big up ELG. He says Sabozo needs benching for Elliott or Mac. Big up C Flair. He says anyone but Arsenal brigade. We're at the final stretch. Mbappe, Hattie, along with Henry, corner flag Selly. Hashtag who knows.
Up the Chelsea and Kunku out. A la Madrid. A la Madrid.
Big up Mr. Link. He said this isn't a title race. Yeah, I don't think it ever was, to be honest. Big up Mr. Link again. He says Harvey Elliott went to right mid, but agendas. You're looking confused.
No, he played in the 10, bro. But so doesn't Soboslai like drift out to the left or the right?
I'm confused.
Big up the Egyptian Red. He says, you guys make talking about football fun. Thank you for your perspectives, your passion, and respect for others. Come on, big up your damn self, blood. You
Yeah,
understand?
Big up, man.
I appreciate the support, blood. You get me?
For real.
Fuck your team, but big up yourself, blood. Big up Rasta Mars. He said, Troops, one shot of Henny for every goal Arsenal concede. Kiwior is getting sacrificed. Nah. That's a bit mad, blood. We ain't gonna do that, blood. I won't be losing my head on stream, blood. Everton Arsenal. That's about it, blood. You understand? Yeah, let's move on straight away, blood. Big up Do-Rag Diaries for the raid, blood. You understand? We just got raided by Do-Rag Diaries.
Big up, George.
Big up man like every time, blood. You understand? Fuck his team. But big up George, blood. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the Arsenal talk. Let's just move on.
No. Let's
Maybe even go give Trossard credit for his finish.
Let's talk about the penalty.
It wasn't a penalty. It should have been a free kick.
You think it was a penalty, man?
It should have been a free kick. It was a foul outside the box.
Do you think it was a penalty, man?
It wasn't a penalty?
I think it
The
was.
foul started from the challenge started from
penalty.
outside the box. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a foul, innit? It is a foul, but it's a free kick. It's not a penalty.
Listen, I don't think it's a penalty, but what I would say is that as good as I think Skelly is, he be make there's some rash, silly decisions that he's making.
God, do you know how old he is?
Yeah. Old enough. If you're old enough to play, you're good enough. You're old enough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Good enough. You're old enough.
Bro, you're 19, blood. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good enough. You're old enough.
He's played about how many games has he played?
I ain't saying this shit. I'm just
7,
saying
8
there's been like
7, 8 games.
the red card. I'm not talking about the red card at Wolves, but I'm talking about there's been some moments. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying in the West Ham game. You know what I'm saying? The West Ham game was a bad moment. You know, so I just feel like he's got to be a little bit more careful. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more risk adverse, and he'll be all right.
I'm not saying you're Miles 17. You're Miles an attacker. It's a lot easier to start your career as an attacker.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's
That's heavily
it's tougher
debatable.
to be a defender.
That depends on what
And
team
he's
you're
playing out of position. He's not playing in his natural position as well. His natural position is centre midfield. He's being asked to do a job at left back. Yamal's playing in his natural position. So I'm not hearing no.
It's difficult for someone that age to play in any position.
I ain't hearing that, lad.
Yamal's a
It's
10.
any position.
I ain't
Like,
hearing
there's no point arguing which one.
Say that again, Lewis.
No, I was saying it's difficult for someone that age to ball out in the Prem in any position.
That's what I'm saying. So he's going to make mistakes, bro. Like he's literally.
Although I did look at that back. I think it's
kind of moving like, nah, Monty's a dickhead, bro. Monty's actually a prick, bro. Like, you understand? He's actually a prick, bro. Look at this peanut-headed little dickhead, bro. Actual fucking prick, bro. Now you're actually a fucking prick, bro. But how the fuck are you coming here talking like this man's played over a year of football, bro? Are you fucking crazy? This man even played fucking 3 months. This guy's played about fucking. You understand? 8, 9. What? Is man being crazy? Yo, slow your roll, blood. You understand? Don't give me that fucking energy after a few fucking games, blood. Yeah, when it wasn't even a penalty, bro. They have painted this image on Miles Lewis Skelly, blood. Yeah, my fucking little brother. Yeah, they have painted this image, bro. And you, as a black man, to do that, blood. You are.
I don't do that. Don't wade in the water, me. Don't wade in the water, me. Don't do that.
I'm putting it on you, bro. We're going down that road, blood.
I said the Uncle Rockets thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, because they have painted this image, and you are falling for it. When you're telling me I'm falling for Sabozlai, you are falling for what they are making.
Yeah, we can't fall for Skelly
to beat out, blood. Yeah, you are falling for it, blood. Yeah. It's a fucking disgrace, bro. They have painted this image about this young man. About this young man that he is reckless. He is rash. He is not reckless. He is not rash, bro.
If he makes a
it was a
mistake,
foul,
I can call it
but it
out.
was not a foul in the fucking box, blood. Yeah, know what team you're on, blood. Yeah, that's why you.
I did watch it back, and I think it is a pen, though.
Fucking prick. That's why you come in with all this fucking talk every fucking week, blood, about Wade and water and all this shit, blood. Yeah, no, blood. Yeah, it is a kind of thing. I'm saying it as it is, bro.
Listen, guys.
It is, bro. They have made him out to be. They have made him out to be the villain. No, shut up, bro. I'm
You can
talking
do
over
the-
every single fucking one of you now, blood. Shut
Yeah,
the fuck
man.
up, the whole lot of you, blood. Yeah? They have made him out to be the fucking villain, bro. And you're fucking falling for it, blood. I'm
Yeah.
being deadly
Yeah.
serious, bro. I'm being deadly serious, blood.
Yeah,
They
making
have
out to be
painted
the
this image on him, bro. And you lot
Yeah.
are falling for it, blood.
I hear all of that, but I can't lie. It does look like a pen.
Bro,
Does
it's
look
Not
like
a pen. The foul starts from outside the
It's
box,
one of them.
bro.
Yeah, but like the connection
it's
that
a
takes
free
the
kick,
Everton
blood.
player, the connection
Hey.
that takes the Everton player down comes
We
in the
got
box.
MLK over
The
here,
foul
bro. We got
starts
MLK
at the
over here.
bro. You have to give the foul where it starts.
But
It
when
looks
the
like it
player,
finishes.
they both hit each other and he falls down in the box. That's where the foul happens. Like they're dueling before then, but the foul
They're dueling
happens in
before
the
the
box.
What does the
And
penalty
Skelly
have to?
dropped
What
before
does
And then
him
he
being?
gets taken
what does
down
him
in the
being-
box. And then he
what does
gets
him-
taken down in the box.
It's fine, guys. Anything about Miles Lewis Skelly that is remotely negative, you cannot say, or your credibility as a black man will get questioned.
Nah,
It
it's
will.
that. I'm
On
with
Truth
Troops.
TV,
Plus,
you will get questioned.
nah, plus Trust
No.
is of Bayesian descent as well, so I'm with Troops. I'm backing it.
Yeah,
You know
look,
what I'm
look,
saying?
look
It's
at
of
this
Bayesian
guy.
descent, so I'm
Bro,
backing it.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, I'm backing it.
Listen,
I
it's
didn't know
fine.
that someone told me
By the
Skelly's
way,
of Bayesian descent,
by
I'm
the way,
backing it.
you see the red card against West Ham.
And you know what the worst thing is? The referee that gave the fucking, the referee that gave the penalty, at Everton on Saturday was the same son of a bitch, yeah, that was on fucking VAR at Wolves when they fucking said that the Skelly sending off was wrong. He's the same pussy, old blood, yeah? He's the same one, yeah? All because Michael Oliver, the best English ref, made a fucking error. Now Skelly must suffer. Nah, fuck that, bro. It don't work like that, blood. Because you got man like me that will stand up against these little pussy-holes. Yeah? I'm not afraid of none of them. But them afraid of me. Trust me. Yeah?
Hey, man. I literally said he's had a few moments where he's been a bit reckless. And now all of a sudden I'm being painted out to be Uncle Ruckus. Now, guys, please.
He is blood.
Listen, man is saying,
Shout out Uncle Ruckus.
nigga this and nigga that. I don't like niggas. That's how you man are painting.
Nah, blood.
She's trying to pull out the underbelly color
Nah.
thing. When I have
They are painting now because you're falling for it, blood. They are painting him out to be this. They're painting him out to be this.
If he positions himself right, then maybe you would have been 9 points in Liverpool, and maybe you wouldn't be in this mess.
It's
But
not his
guess
fault why
what?
we're
You
off the
are.
league.
So carry on
It's not
protecting the
his fault
mistake
why we're off the
that
league. I
someone
like
made.
Uncle
We're not
Montes,
talking
blood.
about Miles Lewis
Uncle
Skelly. We're
Montes,
talking
bro.
about the mistake.
I like
Nah,
Uncle
that's
Montes, blood.
crazy.
Listen,
Uncle
I'm
Montes,
talking
blood.
about the mistake. I don't give
Real
I
talk.
don't care. I don't care if he's Starboy this or Starboy that. I've given Miles
Big man
Lewis Skelly.
thing.
I've
But
given
anyway.
Miles Lewis Skelly.
Look, I didn't even want to. You see, this is why I didn't want to talk about it because I know what he's on. This
Yeah.
wrong'un. Yeah? This
This
sellout. Yeah? This sellout, yeah? This wrong'un. This disgrace. Yeah? I know
Yeah.
Uncle Montes,
Blood.
blood. I know what he's on.
Like Saka ain't
Yeah.
fucking won nothing, bro.
I know what he's on.
Blood.
He was, when he saw that incident, he started lighting up his pitchfork, blood. Yeah?
Like, what you
He said, I'm ready for back again.
talking about?
I'm ready for back again.
What you guys talking
There
about,
it is. Man was like, there it is.
bro? Man,
You
that's-
understand?
man's answer, bro. Again,
fuck, man?
I've given Miles Lewis Skelly way too
Nah, man.
much praise for you to say this after
Nah,
one
blood.
bad comment.
You know what you're doing, blood.
This
Nah,
is
but
what I
I'm in
mean.
it.
This is why I said
You don't know me, you know. I don't
you
know.
man,
that.
do you know what?
You're
You
not
see the
falling
racist
for it.
thing on the rants. You see the racist thing. I get it now because I'm black. I nearly said something mad, bro. What are you man talking about, fam? You know what I'm saying? What are you man talking about right now? Generally, he was out of position, and I commented on the fact that he was out of
The
position.
foul started.
and all
No
of a
one's
sudden-
denying. Blood, this is the wickedest thing. No one's denying it wasn't a foul, blood. What I'm saying is it wasn't a penalty. It was a free kick.
Yes, but I've said now. I said there's been 2 incidents now where I'm again. And by the way, and just to be balanced about this, Trent Alexander-Arnold at a very young age, specifically 18, which is younger than Miles Lewis Skelly, was getting bullied. Well, not bullied, but people were talking about his defending, and it was ha ha ha. It was a joke. Ha ha ha. It's funny. It was
Answer
funny.
this,
when it
blood.
was Trent. Do you know what I'm saying?
Answer this, blood.
Say that again.
Answer this, blood.
No, I didn't say it was a pen. I said it was clumsy. What we doing here? I said it was clumsy. So the bottom line is, it's funny. Listen, when it's an Arsenal young black cute, yeah, be okay, all of that stuff. Yeah, bro, we stood with him. We've already spoken about the media. We've had a stream about the media. and speaking about how, you know, Miles Lewis-Skelly can't be a troll, but James Maddison can, but Morpie can, or Vardy can. But when it's Skelly, he needs to dumb down his personality. We've already spoken about that. We've already spoken about that. You must know my opinion about that. You don't need to pull the race card when a brother, I'm talking about as a footballer, he has cost you by he was clumsy in the game, and he was clumsy against West Ham. As I said, I even started it. I said as good as he is. I even spoke about him and said, as good as he is, the West Ham game. I said, as good as he
didn't cost us the West Ham game. What game did he cost us?
All right. Well, he was partly to blame. He got the red card.
What game did he cost? No. I want to know. What game did Skelly cost us?
He got the red card. He got the red card. What
did it cost us, man? I swear we were 1-0 down before he even got the red card. If we were 1-0 down before he even got the red card.
Just how about this?
I swear we were 1-0 down before he got the red.
Regardless, bro. If the media,
so how did he cost us?
Hold on. It still cost points. As I said, yeah. If Raheem Sterling is spoken about, yeah.
Kai Havertz has cost us points.
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. Raheem Sterling has the whole gun on his leg, bought his mama house, and the people make him to be out this demon just because he's black and that. Whatever. We understand that.
He's got the gun because
hold on. But does that mean Raheem Sterling is alleviated of any sort of criticism? Yes or no?
No, but he's playing shit. Skelly ain't playing shit.
I didn't say he was playing shit.
How you using Skelly and what are you on about?
I didn't say he was playing shit.
Skelly ain't playing shit.
I didn't say he was playing shit. The first thing I said was as good as he is, as good as he was, there have been moments of concentration that will cost you because you are a team fighting for titles. You are fighting for the biggest titles. So these moments.
Your title's gone, bro. What are you on about? Title's gone, blood. We ain't fighting for nothing, blood.
Still fighting for the champs.
The bottom line is Kobbie Mainoo's been laughed. Kobbie Mainoo's been laughed at this season, and people. And what are we doing? How old is Kobbie Mainoo?
I think 20.
Mainoo's been injured,
bro. People are laughing at Kobbie Mainoo. People call him Robbie Mainoo. They call him Robbie Mainoo.
Not me. I rate Mainoo. When I heard they want to sell Mainoo, I said bring Mainoo to Emirates.
Robbie Mainoo. Where was the protection then?
What are you on about? When
Kobbie Mainoo was getting called corn on the cob, where were you? Where was your color? Where was your color thing then?
I said bring him to the Emirates. What are you on about? So hold that, bro.
No, that's not what you said.
No.
Kobbie was 19 at that time. He was 19.
No.
Where's the protection? Where was it?
Is he my player?
There we go.
Is he my player? Why am I defend my players?
When Trent was 18.
Defend my players.
When Trent was 18 and getting spun up by Rashford.
Defend my players.
Were we talking about?
I defend my players.
When Trent got done up by Rashford,
that's not my business. That's not my business. That's not my business.
Oh,
that's not my business. If that's not my business, that ain't my business. If they racially abuse Trent, I'm on the front line, blood. If they racially abuse Kobe, I'm on the front line, blood. When they racially abuse Rashford, I was on the front line, blood. Yeah? So shut the fuck up, blood. Yeah? Shut the fuck up, blood. Yeah? If he's saying he's shit, that ain't my business. That ain't my business. Yeah? If you're putting lies on his name, that ain't my business. If you racially go for my boy, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to protect you, blood. Yeah? So don't tell me nothing, blood.
Fuck this, man. Miles Lewis smelly, man. Fuck this, man. Fuck this, man. Miles Lewis smelly, man. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Miles Lewis smelly, man.
Shit, blood.
No, fuck that, man. I actually like that little nigga. I actually like that little nigga as well. I used to like him. I used to think he was cold. You know,
no one painted this image of Kobbie Mainoo to be this thug, this aggressor, this person that's not humble, this person that's arrogant. You understand? He's not a grounded young man. No one made that out. No one made Kobbie Mainoo to be that, bro. No one made Kobbie Mainoo to be that, blood. Yeah, but they have made Miles Lewis-Skelly to be that, blood. Yeah, this villain, this thug, this man that's arrogant. He has no blood. Not having it.
Who is talking about that?
Not having it. Not having it. This is Xhaka all over again. But now Skelly is the victim. Skelly is the one. Yeah, Skelly is the one. Yeah, because even Xhaka used to get it, blood. Yeah. Even Xhaka, I defend my players, bro. Whether they're black, white, Chinese, blue, yellow, pink, been a business. Yeah?
Yeah, but again. So then, man, don't brand me as
tell Uncle me, Ruckus.
Blood. You can't brand me as Uncle Ruckus if the energy wasn't kept the same for Trent and it wasn't kept the same for Kobbie Mainoo. It's an Arsenal thing, not a colour thing. It's an Arsenal thing.
When man try to fuck with their race, that's when I step in. Miles Lewis-Skelly has not been shit. You're coming in and just talking bare shit. You want to make the pod. You want to make the pod electric today. All right, fuck it. You made it electric, bro, innit? You fucking done your job, bro. Congratulations, blood. Yeah? Because you're just coming in and chatting fucking shit now, bro. You get me? Every fucking week you do this, blood. You want to take a fucking deep breath, dickhead.
Are you done?
No, I'm not fucking done. I haven't started.
As I said, I never called him shit. You know what I'm saying? Man heard Miles Lewis Skelly, and I gave him a little bit of criticism because guess what? By the way, I'm not a. Do you know what it is? I will make sure if I like a player, I've never called him shit. I said, you know what?
The way you're moving is like he's been playing. He cost us. Are you fucking mad?
Oh my!
Are you
days.
mad?
I gave him a little bit of criticism.
He did not cost us, blood.
Like this is what. And do you know what? This is why you man ain't won nothing because man them can't get a little bit of criticism. I'm no yes man. I'm gonna tell him what he's doing wrong. I'm gonna tell him
people that need.
When you've done something that's clumsy,
criticism. When you criticize the people that need the criticism, not this young man who ain't that who's still learning his game. Who's been thrown into this fucking mess that this manager has fucking put us in. He's been thrown into this mess, yeah, by this fucking fraudulent manager, yeah. Criticize who need to be criticized. Criticize fucking Marino. Criticize fucking my useless strike force, blood.
Was talking about
criticize David Raya for jumping before the fucking penalty's even taken. Criticize them.
Please, bro. All right, man. The bottom line is, we was talking about the penalty. As I said, it wasn't a penalty, but it was clumsy, innit? The bottom line, it was clumsy. Am I allowed to say that, guys?
It wasn't a penalty. There's no denying it wasn't a foul.
The challenge, though, is it? It's
No,
the challenge
I
is
think
clumsy.
I'm not allowed to say that.
I think it's a pen, but each.
Nah, you're not allowed to say that. You can't say that.
You can't say what?
Cool, that's fine.
He said he can't say the challenge was the penalty was clumsy. That's what he said.
You know what? Yeah, my mother always told me something. Yeah, and I realize as I get older, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's a lot of how this prick says things. Yeah, it's a lot of his delivery.
Welcome to my world,
delivery.
Welcome
that
to my
gets him in
world.
fucking problems.
I
man.
have to deal with. What I have to deal with.
So it wasn't what I said, it was how I said it.
Yes.
Nah.
Welcome to my world, man.
What do you mean? All right, you know what? Cool. You know what? It's fine. Listen, Skelly was perfect that game, and I
wasn't
think
perfect. It was a foul, but it wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. And when you look at the referee, who gave the decision? He's the one that said that I'm not going against Michael Oliver for sending him off at Wolves.
Yeah,
coward.
It was never
fucking coward.
Oh man. Hey, listen, man. Shout out Arsenal, man. But what I would say is big up Trossard for the goal. That's the first time I see him do that little step over through the legs since Tottenham. Since the Tottenham game. That's the first time I see him strike a ball. You know what I'm saying? Properly, and as someone who finishes quite well. But yeah, man, as I said, like Ødegaard came on, Saka came on, Martinelli came on. Didn't really see much difference. Same old patterns, same old shit, same old stinkfest going forward. Rice getting into advanced areas. Marino being your most dangerous player in terms of a goal threat, which says a lot. But the bottom line is, even though the penalty wasn't a penalty for me, it was clumsy, but not a penalty for me. You had 40 minutes to kind of put it right. But as I said, no top 6 team. The reason why I didn't call no one up, I didn't put in. Usually, you don't know how I can be on Twitter and stuff. I didn't actually tweet or say anything about the Arsenal game during the day or nothing. Personally, because no top 6 team has actually won at Goodison Park this season. Not one. So for me, I look at that and go, yeah, you man didn't. Yeah, bro, no top 6 teams on there.
I was trying to have a think about other teams' games.
Nah, no traditional top 6 team has won at Goodison Park this season. So I looked at that and just went, you know what? Even though Arsenal's attack stinks of bin juice, like even if their attack was attacking, there's a chance that they just wouldn't have won that game anyway. City have gone there, not won. Liverpool gone there, not won. United, everyone's gone there, not won. So
we didn't even create anything, blood. We did.
Yeah, but you don't create nothing anyway.
Minutes.
You don't create nothing anyway. So yeah, but again, credit to Everton because they're as I said, Tarkowski and them man there. They just defend for their life. And shout out Ndiaye as well, man. He's a good little player, man. He's a really good player. I think if Ndiaye played against Liverpool, he would have lost. So, you know what I'm saying? He's a player.
You got a let off.
He's a player still. So
he was causing problems.
Yeah. Oh, man is saying City hasn't played there yet. But bro, what's City gonna do, man? Who are they, blood? We don't even know if they're getting top 4. What are we doing there? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That's my thing, innit? I don't really have anything else to say about the game. Ødegaard maybe have to get shipped to the captaincy, but apart from that, I don't know.
Yeah, Dunn said that already, man. Even Jorginho getting the captaincy on the day instead of Rice, I was like,
because ain't Jorginho on his way out as well?
Yeah, but who gives a fuck, bro? Why am I giving you?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying him being on his way out.
Yeah,
and
but they
picking
tried.
him
Oh,
as
yeah, but people tried to say that. Oh, because he's leaving, it's a parting gift, bro.
Nah, it should be no parting gift. That's what I'm saying. That makes no sense.
Exactly.
Surely you give the
The
captaincy
armband's
to
the
someone-
parting gift.
Yeah, surely you give someone the captaincy who's going to.
That's
be
what
there
they were
next
telling
season.
me.
That makes sense on like the last game of the season when your season's done out.
You
Not
should
in
be
April.
planning. You should be trying to plan for next season. Trying to
that's
plan
what
ahead. Like Odegaard should be stripped of this captaincy. That's one thing that needs to happen. Like because he has no leadership skills. He's not leading by example on the pitch. He came on for 20 minutes and did absolutely nothing. He missed another sitter. He
Who
looks.
are you
He
trying
don't
to see as captain then?
Rice.
Okay. Was that the
Rice
experience before? I hear it.
Rice, because Rice, I believe will be at the club for a while. You get me? I don't think Rice
Yeah.
will be going anywhere. And I look at the likes of Gabriel. I'm like, I think maybe Gabriel could leave. I don't think Saliba's captain material. Gabriel's the only one I really look at apart from Rice. But I think that Gabriel could leave, blood, because even when couple years back when the Saudi man were lurking and we took him out of the team and we were playing party at right back and doing a whole heap of stupidness with the back four, that was down to Gabriel's head being turned. You understand? By the offer that the Saudis had on the table. So with 2 years going into his contract at the start of next year, bruv, you get me? I'm not sure if he's going to be here. I'm not sure if he's going to sign on. You get me?
I hear Rice as a shout, though. I think he's going to stay with you guys for the long term, too. And I think he picked you over City because he wanted to stay in London anyway, so...
Yeah, and I don't think Rice is going to leave Arsenal for another Premier League club, if I'm being totally honest, blood. You get me?
Yeah.
I could just see him doing a 2-club thing in England. And if he was to leave, I think he's going to go abroad, maybe, blood. You get me? But
maybe back to West Ham.
Yeah, maybe even them ones, blood. Like, it could be even that type of thing. But I think Rice is the one that we need to start, like, giving the armband to. You get me? Especially if you're not going to play Odegaard. If you're not going to play Odegaard, then the armband's got to go to Rice, bro. You understand? He's done it at West Ham, led them to a trophy. He knows how to lead a club, blood. You get me? Whereas I look at Odegaard, I'm like, I think the armband's too heavy for him. You get me? Like, a lot of people say the badge is too heavy for some people. I think the armband's too heavy for him. You get me? I think you take the armband away from him. I think he might go back to himself. I think he's putting too much pressure on himself. I think he's overthinking things. He
should be used to being captain, though. Ain't been your captain for like 4 or 5 years now.
No, he's been our captain for, I think this is the 3rd year. You get me? And people will say, he's Norway captain, Respectfully, Norway ain't no big country, blood. You understand? There's no pressure on leading Norway, blood. You get me? The man don't even get to fucking tournaments, bro. Do you understand? So what you leading, blood? You leading them against fucking Moldova.
It's criminal that they don't get to tournaments, but that's a whole different conversation.
But he's part of that. You understand?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he
with
can't
Odegaard and
galvanize
Haaland,
them.
they
You feel me?
should reach
There's lesser teams who have an Odegaard type player who have been to tournaments, blood. Do you understand? He don't have that. You get me? You don't have that in his armory.
Well, he has performed well as captain, though. You said the last 2 years, so you're 2 title. When I say title chaser, but when you ran Manchester,
I never saw him as a leader. Like I saw him like.
Go on.
I never saw him as like a Tony Adams type captain.
Yeah, because that's not. He's never going to be.
I saw him as like the way he plays on the pitch. He leads by example.
He's an example.
And then he'll inspire us. Like if we're 1-0 down, he'll want to get on the ball and make things happen.
Yeah.
I don't see that no more, blood. I'm seeing him hide.
Damn.
You get me?
Yeah.
When everything's going right, everyone wants to be in the limelight.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone wants the ball. When shit's going hard now, and then you see who your true warriors are.
Yeah, it's easy to play when you're 2-0 up. When you're 2-0 down, it's a whole different conversation.
You feel me?
That's a whole different conversation. Yes, that is true.
Like, I'm seeing Rice want to get on the ball when we're losing. I'm seeing Rice trying to pick up the ball and run, do things that he can't do. You understand? Taking on that captaincy role. You get me? For me, like, I'm not in this camp of sell Odegaard. You get me? Like, I saw Gunnar say that flipping Harvey Elliott's better than Odegaard. That is mad.
Shout out Goodman.
Yeah, big up Gunnar.
No, it's not.
That is absolute fucking ridiculous, bro.
You trying to start saying again, yo.
Absolute ridiculous, bro. Do you understand? Like, but he's not doing enough, blood. You get me? And I don't know if it's down to the armband. I don't know if it's down to the style of play. I don't know what it's down to, blood. You get me? But I don't think you're a captain, blood. I'm not gonna lie.
enough.
But that don't mean sell you. You get me?
You're
Nah,
just
I'm
saying
joking.
take the
He's
penalty.
better than Harvey. I'm joking. He's better than Harvey.
Of course
the
he's better than
captaincy,
Harvey, blood.
yeah,
You know he is, bro. That's why you didn't even come back on screen when I said that, blood. That's why you said it off camera, because you know yourself, blood. You get me? You're probably laughing, you dickhead. But
I didn't say. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
you see, but I look at it in that situation, man. Take the armband off him, and then let's see if we can get the true Odegaard back, blood. Because this ain't him, bro. You get me? He's missed a few opportunities in recent games, blood, where he could have got goals. You understand? That brings confidence into your game. You get me? That remind him of things he used to do. You understand? I'm seeing people put these clips on Twitter, and I'm like, bro, where's this player gone? Where is he gone?
He was scoring goals and Martinelli was scoring goals. It's been a while now.
Nah, he done well last season as well. Last season, I think he got 10 goals.
He's been a part of you lot playing well.
Yeah, he got double figures last year, I'm sure. Like,
He was probably the driving force as well.
you feel me? So I'm like, I don't know what's going on now, bro. Like,
is it the style though?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's the change of philosophy, the change of play. I don't know the tactics.
You lot have got a little bit more
asked to
defensive.
do. Yeah, because he's always going out to the right. He's never central. I'm like, why are you always on the right?
Because he links up with
Why are you
Saka
not
out there,
central?
isn't it?
I don't get it. Drifting out to the wing. Like, why are you not central, bro? I need you central where you can create and get on the ball. You understand? Get the ball to Saka. Get the ball to Martinelli. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, he needs to fix up and look sharp, blood. Word to Dizzy Rascal. You get me? But that game, yeah, I took nothing from that game. Well, the only thing I took from that game was Farmer Jakob, blood. You understand? He done his thing. You get me? But I'm not gonna get carried away and think that he's gonna go into the game on Tuesday night and put out this masterclass. You get me? This sender us at the Bernabeu back in 2006, blood. You understand? I'm still expecting a Silvestro at the Nou Camp performance, blood. You get me? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that one goes, blood. You get me? But yeah, it's not looking good, blood. Big up Daniel surviving Maresca. He says 180 minutes. I'll never get back. Brentford 0-0. Chelsea. Brentford Chelsea 0-0. Man United City 0-0. Tried to stay awake for both. This league is getting boring now. Blood.
Shout out Daniel, man.
I
did a double watch along and saw no goals. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that Man United.
That's dark. That is dark. No goal.
I don't think that's ever happened before. Man did both games and 0-0 in both. I was like,
that's crazy.
Didn't see the net bulge once.
Big up, pursue me like a dream. He says, reckless how? Give the you a chance, man. You know what I mean? Big up, Skelly, blood.
Give it a rest, man.
Big up, Skelly, blood, isn't it? My dog. Big up, Boxer Oranges. He said, Monts is the one sending crazy emojis on these guys' Instagrams.
Oh, his name's called Boxer Oranges, bro. So this is next stupid chat, please.
I think he's fucking. I think he's a Liverpool fan as well, blood. Big up Rasta Mouse. He says, Monts, troops should talk to you with respect as soon as the soon to be crowned Prem champs while his little man club keep crying.
Oh, listen, bro. Because I've lost this week, I've just decided, you know what? You can't win all the time. And I've decided to keep it. You get it? But listen, man. Troops knows us. He knows what's on the way, innit? Troops knows exactly what's on the way. So,
bro, this is YouTube is not real life, blood. You get me?
He knows what's on the way, bro. He knows he has to deal with me every single stream when I win that Premier League. So, you know, I've got all the respect as well.
Big up my guy Rex. He says, Troops, to be honest, Saka looked very tired. Bro, he don't look fully fit. You understand? This is what I said to people, like, yo, people getting excited about Saka being back, this, that. You get me? Saka's back. I'm like, bro, you don't understand, bro. He's been out for nearly 4 months, blood, with a hamstring injury. He's not gonna.
Yeah, and you gotta manage his minutes, right?
Feel me? He's not gonna come back and light up the place like that, blood.
Yeah, man. If only people could understand about managing minutes, but we'll get to that later.
Unfortunately. Flawless. The deadest Manchester derby I've ever watched in my life, blood. You get me? But what I said about Bruno Fernandes on Friday was true.
What did you say on Friday?
That he was gonna perform, he was gonna, You get me? Do his thing. I don't think you can be critical of Bruno yesterday, blood. I think he done his thing. I think it was Rasmus, it was Garnacho, it was the forward players, in my opinion. Like, I didn't see KDB yesterday. I saw Bruno.
Yeah, because the attackers on both sides were terrible. It was woeful all around. And you mentioned it being one of the worst Manchester derbies in a long time, because we haven't seen these two teams at this level. Whether it's City have been great and United have been bad, or further a few years back, United being better and City being bad. It's rare. I can't remember the last time these two sides haven't been, one or both of them haven't been not first in the league or top 3 or top 4, etc. We've fallen off a cliff. We know that. And this is the worst City we've seen in a long, long time, easily before Pep got here. They have to probably go back even before the likes of Mancini and Pellegrini. But you've seen the attackers on show, and that's what it was. And this, for all the issues Manchester United have, all the off-the-pitch issues with the ownership, issues with the manager, issues with the team, you've seen our worst issues on the pitch, which is our attack, which is what I've spoken about before. As soon as I seen that trio out there of Højlund, Garnacho, and Bruno, I knew we weren't scoring. Holy Trinity of hell. I knew it was going to be a stink fest. Them man have 15 goals between them in 67 starts. And that's just starts in the Premier League. So when it's April. It's the start of April. Let me clarify that, people. 15 league goals between the three of them in 60 odds, in nearly 70 starts. Højlund's gone 20 plus games without a goal. Garnacho has gone 20 plus games without a goal. Bruno, I think, has 5 open play goals this season. Everything on show, because defensively, fine. Onana didn't really have to do too much. They didn't create too much. So from a defensive standpoint, we were fine. Middle third, we were fine. The only player who I thought was poor defensively was Agate, but everyone else on the pitch, from the back three, the wing backs and Casemiro, fine from a defensive standpoint. But our glaring issues, which is going forward, but because we put goals past Leicester and we put goals past Sociedad, who are two very, very poor sides, people got gassed up, scored 7 goals against them, and people thought our attack got fixed. And as soon as we come against two teams who have any form of defensive prowess, Forest obviously being a very good defensive side, City not as much, but they have players they're much better defensively than those two sides. You see it. This is why we haven't scored in the last 2 games. And it goes to show. And without Ahmad and without Mano, they're saying Mano could be back for the Lyon game, which is great. Please get Ahmad back, because our season is dependent on one or both.
Will Mano be ready for that game, though?
I don't think he'll be ready for it, but I'm talking more so the second leg. Make sure it's alive, because there was talks of him being in the squad. So the fact that he's that close, I wouldn't play him against Lyon. If he's in the squad, cool. Have the Newcastle game and then hopefully get some minutes, because without those two, our attack is championship level. And I don't watch the championship, but there's probably championship attacks that is better than that. Because for all the possession we had, well, the next possession, let me scratch that. For all of the areas we had the ball in, what did we create too much? Half chances. Outside of the Garnacho one, we didn't create anything clear cut. It was half chances. Xerxes won, half chance. The Agate one from the edge of the box, half chance. And this falls, I don't even blame the players. But when I say that, I don't blame the attacking trio. I blame the manager. You know what you're getting with these men. Garnacho scored 1 goal in your reign from a 1 goal in your reign in the Premier League. Højlund went 20 plus games without a goal. Before here, we went 0016 twice. But yet you persist with these attackers. Try different things. Simple as that. And then on their side, it goes to show. Because their attack, no Haaland, Mamouche was quiet. Foden's been terrible all season. Bernardo Silva, we know, is cooked. De Bruyne is also cooked. Grealish did nothing when he got on. Doku's awful. And to add that to that, Garnacho playing 90 minutes, horrendous decision-making. The fact that Højlund is still playing horrendous, and then you bring on Mount. Why? Another notorious non-goal scorer. Man's been playing in the Premier League for 5-6 years and doesn't have 10 open play assists. Like, you have to put players out there who put up some number. And even outside of the GNA, if you're not going to give me that as an attacker, at least be a link player. At least be a player where it's like, all right, technically the balls, you can link up with someone round the corner, etc., and kind of create or do that. You don't even do that. But other than that, that's pretty much my fault. Again, glaring issues. It was literally pretty much.
Why does he keep starting Højlund over Xerxes?
Because he's on foolishness, that's why. Can only put it down to idiotic, because then when I hear him talk, he'll talk about us needing, what was the I'm paraphrasing, but the comment was something about us needing to be better in the final third, and keep the ball better and sustain more attacks. Well, play technically more secure players, and then you are more likely to sustain attacks.
Hoyland was shocking, Flawless. We need to.
But that's Hoyland. He's the worst striker in the league. We've discussed this.
No,
That's
but
Hoyland in a nutshell.
this is getting beyond the joke now, bro. Like, he couldn't, like, bro, he did not. What was he doing?
He does this every game. But
There was one instance when the ball went to him down the left-hand side. He's gone to kick, he's gone to go past O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And O'Reilly's just gone.
Yeah.
Literally just went like that. Boom.
Because again, Hoyland has been doing this for the entire season, but because it's all eyes on the game, because it's a Manchester derby, it's magnified. That performance was no different to his performance against Forest. It's just that one's against Forest midweek. Forest versus Manchester United has much less eyeballs on it than that game. There's other games going on when we're playing Forest. So people,
you know what? I was watching the game yesterday,
elsewhere. Go on.
And I was like, what's Hoyland good at? Is he good at link up play? No. Is he good at holding the ball? No. Is he good at bringing his wingers into play? No. Is he good at bringing his 10 into play? No. Is he good in transition? No. Is he good making runs in behind? No. Is he good when he sits on the last man? Pause? No. Is he good at passing? No. Can he cross? No. Is he fast? Yes. Can he travel with the ball? No. Bro, like, this is 70-something million.
Yeah. And this is the last regime who did this. Because that last window we had, not the last summer, the summer before, it's horrific when you look at what we brought in. Because we brought in him, we brought in Onana, we brought in Mount, and maybe missing one. But horrendous. That window has come back to bite us, and that is something that is not on this regime because it's the old regime. Whereas Manchester United and bad recruitment, which has been going hand in hand, but that one was dreadful. And with Hoyland, you could apply all that to Garnacho. Garnacho's the exact same. Gives you nothing. But yet the manager continues to play them together. Stop. Otherwise, you're going to die on this hill, as you are going to, because that's a game we should have won. And if we had anything about us, we even need great attackers, just some average attackers, I think we win the game. But it's on the manager. And if he continues to do so, you are going to fall short. You're going to continue to struggle in the Premier League, and you are going to get knocked out.
If he loses more games, does he make it to next season, Flawless? Because I keep saying it, like, we're in April now, and we still haven't seen your club win back-to-back games, blood. This man came in December, and he has not been able to win 2 games in a row, blood. He has been in charge of this team this season longer than Ten Hag, blood. And
yeah, he has been. Absolutely.
There is no progression. There is nothing that I've looked at and I've said you've improved. You look better there. There's nothing, bro. I don't see the style of play. I don't see the game plan. I don't see a damn thing, blood. I see a man that's just looking like a deer in headlights.
Nah, he's just in regards to the how we set up against City as I expected. He's just in survival mode. However, could the fans turn on him? Yes. Will the board? No. Because this is another decision. If this goes wrong, they've got horrendously wrong. One of the reasons I don't want us to sack him is because I don't trust the board to go and get the next guy. Because let's say they do sack him. Let's say we go out of the Europa League and they sack him the end of this month. That means all of your transfer attack, and then the next manager, you've been recruiting for a back three. So all the talks is everyone we've recruited Dorgu, for example, as a wing back, not as a full back. So we're looking at wing backs, we're looking at centre backs to play in a back three, not in a back two. We're looking at central midfielders to play in front of a back three, not in front of a back four. We're not looking for a central 10, we're looking for a left 10 and a right 10. We're looking for a striker not to play in a traditional 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. We're looking for him to play with 2 10s, for example. So then you're then going to go get a manager who plays a back four. What happens to all these transfer targets? That completely changes. And people can say playing centre-back is playing centre-back. Yes, but football is fine margins. So the fact that we're looking for a right-sided 10. Can a right-sided 10 of quality can play as a single 10? Absolutely, he can play as a single 10. But there's differences. Then it's slight and it's fine margins, which is what football can be, what results can be defined from. So do I trust these men to go get the next guy? No. Because if they do sack Amorim, that means they've admitted they've made another horrendous mistake. Ratcliffe already came out and said, yeah, we got the Ten Hag. Keeping Ten Hag was the wrong thing. I could have told you that. So you've got that wrong. So then you've then tried to rectify it by bringing in this guy, not in an ideal situation. You then sack him. Who do you now go and get? Do I trust you to go get the next guy? No, I don't. I don't trust it. I don't trust Ineos anyway. But in particular with this, all the evidence stinks. Because if you would have done, all you've done is try to rectify your mistakes. If you would have sat Ten Hag in the summer, which you should have, you would have given yourself a much better opportunity to select the manager and for the manager to be successful. Because we're not doing revisionism. Because when Ineos came in, all the conversation, a lot of Manchester United fans were telling me I was wrong. We're getting football structure. Look how much better we're going to be. This, that, and the third, director of football, technical director, all this nonsense. And look how we performed this season. Well, of course, you just mentioned all the things that have gotten worse. And then you can look at our results. Look at where we are in the table. Look at we scored 37 league goals. We're not going to crack 50. Might not even crack 45. That also falls on the board as much as it falls on the manager and the players as well. So do I trust them then to go, all right, we're going to do another another complete 181 and do another complete 181 and we're going to reset again. So all the targets now that you've been looking at now change because the new manager's going to come in with his ideas, his players he wants to sign. So then do you now move off the targets where you're at now? It's all a complete mess. You know why? Because these men weren't decisive. That's why. Dilly-dallied, winged it. Can't wing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you can't wing this shit. You're at Manchester United Football Club. Have a clear idea, but I knew this about Ineos from the beginning. I know that all you need to do is look at them at Nice. They've run a football club. How well are Nice run? How much have they improved? So why were they going to come here where there's more pressure, where there's more competition and do so much better?
Do you believe this?
Say that again. What's this?
Do you believe this?
Yeah, it makes sense why we would be interested in Cunha. I'm a big fan of Cunha. That'd be a great signing. Be an absolutely fantastic signing. I rate Cunha highly. Do we go in for him? I'm not sure. But it has to be Cunha and that would be a step in the right direction, yes. But we have so many issues that they've not helped. What I'm saying, like that's where the issue lies. My house had no electric. I told you, man, come and fix it. And now I got no water. Man, I just made the shit worse. It's gone backwards from when you've gone in. It was terrible when you got here, but now it's even worse.
Someone's saying it.
You've even limbered under like my expectations were low, but holy fuck. And I'm saying that from the start of the season with Ineos and Amorim, as bad as I thought it was going to be, I didn't think it would get this bad. And you have to be held accountable for that. But they're not. So now we have to trust them to either back Amorim, he stays, Summer, or they go again and reset and get who? So you're going to go get, you had a back four manager, you recruited for a back four manager in the summer window, because I'm not hearing anything about them players being for a back three nonsense. Otherwise, you would have went and got Amorim in the summer. So you recruited for a back four manager summertime. You then realized he wasn't good enough eventually, sacked him in November, went and got a back three manager, then recruited for a back three in January. Then it's still going wrong. So then you're going to go to a back four manager the next summer. It's a mess. Pick decisive. Again, you can't make these mistakes. And it's not even mistakes. I keep saying this. There's a difference between mistakes and monumental fuck-ups. All boards make mistakes. Whoever you think the best board is, whether it's Manchester City, whether it's Real Madrid, all make errors. All make mistakes. Mistakes is one thing. Monumental fuck-ups is another. And that's all they've done in particular in the managerial side of things. Stated this. They all agreed. Why it took them so long with the assessment of Ten Hag was the first red flag. Because all you had to do was watch us a couple times, see the numbers and go, this man's not good enough. But you dragged it out. Then actually came to the right
decision. They have given Ten Hag this season and just said, you know what, we're going to get Amorim at the end of the year. We fucked up. We're too far in. We just got to see it out now.
Nah, the reason why, because they realized with Ten Hag that they fucked up too late. Because they agreed to get rid of him. They interviewed Tuchel. So everybody there was in agreement that he was not good enough. But because their approach to getting the next manager was so bad, terrible, because they only had one plan, which was Tuchel. Bear in mind, Spurs got their 6th, 7th, 8th best man, 8th choice. You should have more than one choice. That's a red flag in itself. The Dan Ashworth thing, chased Dan Ashworth for time to then realize you man are on complete different wavelengths. So when you sat down and had the discourse with him and had the interview and the conversation, what was said? Clearly, you didn't speak about things. How can he want Eddie Howe or Southgate and you're saying we want Tuchel or De Zerbi or Amorim? Terrible. So you agree. I keep stating this. So you agreed to get rid of Ten Hag. Your approach to getting the next manager was so piss poor that you said, okay, we can't get Tuchel, so we're going to go back to Ten Hag, even though we don't think he's good enough. Give him more money. Give him more time. The season goes worse, and there were 3 international windows, and you still didn't sack him.
Was Amorim always on the list? Because it sounds like maybe he was.
Amorim was on the list, but I think I think they was literally gonna see. All right, let's see how it. I think Amorim was on the list, but again, indecisive.
Was this a panic decision?
Absolutely, it was a panic decision by them because they didn't plan for him. They didn't. That's why they had to issue an ultimatum. They had to go to him and say, all right, it's now or never, which you should have done in the summer, which gives him a better opportunity to then fail. If you bring him in the summer and he's performing like this, then he don't have a leg to stand on. The only leg he has to stand on is that he inherited an absolute mess. Should he be performing better? Yes. That's why I'm critical of him, super critical. But as much as
you still believe in him?
Yeah, to an extent. Because I've seen things that go, all right, cool, let's see how it got. Because I'm at the player point. I keep saying this. I don't want a new manager to come in and it's remontada and clean slates for everybody. Whether the manager's good enough or not, we're going to find that out. This time next year, all the questions I have, me personally, about Amorim will be answered earlier than this time next year. By December, all the questions I have will be answered. But I want these players gone. Because despite who the manager is, these players are not good enough. And I've been here too long. Some of these managers are on their third, fourth, fifth manager. Get them gone. So wrap show's over for these lot. And hopefully with the recruitment, which we've done well in the summer window and this past January, we go again. Cunha would be a good signing, but it has to be more. Well, it's a mess. Absolute mess.
I mean, there's a lot of people that Z, our good friend Z, he seems to think that there's improvements being made.
Who's Z? Yeah, Z thinks Bruno's world class. Wait, you talking about ZUB in the chat?
Yeah, Z.
Oh, yeah. I'm just making sure it's the right Z. Yeah, he thinks Bruno's world class. So, it tells you all you need to know.
World class is crazy. But
I
think there's, I need to know what is Amorim's record in the Premier League? Because everyone talks about Tottenham losing 16 games this season. They're now 1 point behind you. As I said, it's got worse. Every metric, most metrics in terms of wins and losses, I've seen to have got worse for Man United. Even the worse. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. In game, you lot seem a bit more difficult to break down, but it's naturally going to be like that because you play a back three. So you're naturally more difficult to break down. But like, we're talking to you lot as if you're like Wolves. No disrespect to Wolves, but like with Man United, we're speaking to you lot, and you guys are speaking about yourselves as if like you're a team that dwells in 15th, 16th, 13th, 14th. Like that's the way. Do you see what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. So, because that's been a combination of all the bad decisions is why we are where we are.
Bad as Ten Hag was.
20 matches.
Ten Hag was never 15.
20 matches in the league, 6 wins, 5 draws, 9 defeats.
Yeah, so he's almost lost half his matches. 20, what do you say? 20 games, 9 lost.
Yeah,
wait, he's lost more games than he's won.
20 games.
Man are telling me improvements are being made. Fuck off, man.
No, there ain't no improvements being made.
Fuck off, man.
Everything, like you
mentioned. I said that. I ask Flawless every week, what's improved?
Yeah, and I tell you every week what's improved. Nothing.
Because when he first came in, Flawless, he was quite like protective.
Yeah, because there was things I liked.
Flawless was telling me top 4 was still on.
The case study was still very steep.
He said Europe was still on.
Yeah, I said Europe.
Europa. I said what? I said, you man, we'll get top half. Yeah, watch. We're better than all them teams. We're better than this team. We're better than that team.
You're talking about winning the league with Arteta, so let's not do that. You're talking about winning the league with Arteta. Let's not do that.
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I said.
Yeah.
I said it before they were closed. Yeah.
Because so I thought your team never moved right in the window.
But I knew from the window closed that it's done.
But even saying it before the window was ludicrous.
I knew that you lot weren't getting into top half because you ain't better than any of the teams. The only team you're better than in the top half that you could say, all right, cool, is Forest. Everyone else, like in the top, in the European places. Yeah. Villa's better than you. Yes. Newcastle's better than you. Chelsea's better than you. We're better than you. Liverpool's better than you. City's better than you. Yeah. It's only Forest.
Yeah, 100%. And Forest have been a better side than us, so I'm not even gonna say we're better than Forest.
It's only Forest. You're better than Fulham and them man there and Bournemouth and all of that. You're better than that. You're just playing shit.
I expected improvement as well. I didn't expect it to get worse because if I expected it to get worse, I wouldn't have been a fan of the manager. Why does context? You expect me not to change my opinion when I have new information? If someone would have told me 20
from you was like when he came in, you were 12th or something. No,
now we're for like 4 points or 4th or something like that. It was something like that. It was bad close to the top. Yeah, it was 4 points. I think we were 13th and we were 4 points off fourth. I expected improvement. Otherwise, that makes no sense. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been a fan of the manager. Why are we acting like taking on new information is a bad thing? We've played 20 matches, lost 9. How can I back that and say, okay, how can I back that? That makes no sense. That makes me sound stupid. New information is 20 more games. Whereas in 1 or 2, before you go,
I'm sure
1 or
the
2
gap is
games,
bigger than
I
that.
liked what I was seeing. We were better then at the start, and people do. I say this all the time. Too much results-based analysis, because our performance against City was not too far away from our performance against Forest. Which one are we receiving more flack about? The Forest game. Why? Because we lost the game. We actually created more against Forest. But again, too much results-based analysis. Hear what I'm saying when I say that we created better chances against Nottingham Forest, who are a better defensive outfit. And it's a tougher game traveling away to Forest than it is playing City at home. But because we drew one of the games and lost one of the others, the performances are being spoken about like they're chalk and cheese, and they're not. If we were a 5 against City, we were a 4 against Forest, or vice versa. What I'm saying is it isn't too dissimilar. But people will talk like we're a 4 against Forest and we're a 7.5 against Manchester City. Too much. So, of course, 20 games in, 9 losses. Of course, I'm going to do that. Change my mind. Of course. Same way you had new information with Arsenal when you seen the window you had. What are we talking about? Same way with Maguire. Same way with Onana.
I was gassed up until August 31st.
Why was you gassed? That's crazy.
Because I thought that we was going to actually go out in the market and actually do what we're supposed to do.
When do you ever go out in the market and do what you're supposed to do?
We got Rice, so I thought, all right, cool. You know what? Maybe they're actually going to go out and do something.
You knew that Arsenal went, and you know this summer you're going to do the same. What are we talking about? You might get a Gyökeres, but then not get a left winger.
Yeah, but Bert's here, so I got more. Bert's here, innit? So there's a little more.
Okay, so Bert's here, and we'll see, and we'll be here at the end of August, just before Carnival, and then when it hits September and the whole conversation's different. We all know that it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler, people. Arsenal are not going to do what they need to do in the summer window. Tell you that now. It's the 7th of April, 4:05 p.m. UK.
Are you going to do what you need to do in the summer window?
I hope so. They've done well so far. That's one thing I credit them for. January I liked. The summer window I liked. So if they go and do that again and bring in 4 or 5 players, I go, okay, cool. They've managed to. They're the few players that I actually.
You like though, because what you did in the summer and January hasn't helped.
No, it hasn't. Again, too much results-based analysis. It hasn't helped in the overall results. But I can talk about individuals like Maz for 12 million. No complaints with his performance. If more players perform like him, we'd be fine. De Ligt's been fine. Gatti was poor. Say that again. The fee counts though. Because if he was 112 million and performing poorly, you'd mention it every week. So we can't do that. You mentioned Højlund's price just in the.
I'm asking. Like if he costs more, would you expect more?
Yes. If I pay 12 million for a player, or I pay 112 million for a player, of course my expectations are different. Bear in mind, I wasn't sure about Maziva. I wasn't sure about De Ligt. I wasn't sure about Agate. Wasn't too sure about Dorgu. Didn't know anything about Heaven. These are players I look at and go, when you perform, okay, you perform to a good level. I have no issue with their individual performances. The rest of the team is the problem. Hence why I say this all the time. Sell everybody. I can't state this enough. Pick a number like it's bingo and sell everybody. Outside of the players who just came in January in the summer and the youngsters, throw Ahmad and Mano in the mix, sell everyone. Don't rate none of these, man. That's the problem. The new signings ain't the problem. Them man perform like De Ligt. We'd be in a much better state. We'd be a much more cohesive unit. Man, I scored 37 league goals, and man want me to big up attacking players, make it make sense. One of the worst attacks in the league, and people want me to big up attacking players. We are 13th, and people want me to big up players in general. No. I have some standards. Or where would you be without such and such? Where are we with them? Man want to talk about, what's improved until it comes to certain individual players. And they get a blind.
Flawless, can I add to that? Like when Manny is saying Chelsea are 4th, look at the state of this league. Well, shouldn't you have to look at yourself? If the league standard is as bad as you say it is, and you still sit in the bottom half of the table, then how bad really are you?
Exactly.
I also don't know why it's new news that the league is garbage. I got to this point last season. Last season, it was obvious. It was only Arsenal and Man City cooking second half of the campaign. Everyone else was either just dropping off a bit.
Game week 34. He was there.
And you guys were all right till about like March, April.
Me and Arsenal, we lost on the same day. We literally lost on the same day.
Okay, we'll throw
Yeah.
Liverpool into it. 3 teams then. Great.
There you go. And to
3
add
teams.
to that,
And the
that's
rest
what
are all
annoys me.
garbage.
And to
League
add
is,
to that,
league is shit.
Go on, Goalless.
And
that-
yeah,
to add
we're
to
a
that-
part of that shit
Yeah.
too. I know. The league
Yeah.
shit.
And because the league standard not being good, to add to that, that's what infuriates me and annoys me even more is about our standard. Is that it's not even like the teams above us are all flying and it's incredible teams. I hold my hands up. I'd be annoyed. I'd be unhappy about it, but I'm much more accepting if a team's just of quality and better. How many times have I said on this podcast where we've lost the teams and they haven't been at their best? If we lose the teams and they're at their best and they're better than us, I'm much more accepting of that because that's a quality issue. But when you give up, or it's a lack of will, or it's just a lack of organization, or it's individual mistakes, or it's the manager doing foolishness, that causes issues. But that rots from the top because, like I said, if we get rid of Amorim, who are these lot going to go get? Who do they go and get? You've made 2 horrendous fuck-ups already in the space of 7-8 months. From summertime up until now. You've not even been here a year and you have horrendously fucked up the managerial role. Why are you going to get the 3rd one right? Which then impacts the recruitment. Because if you are a competent unit, which I have my doubts about, you should be working on that now. Like the Cunha news, for example, not just Cunha, but just in general. All of our recruitment team and including Amorim should be working on targets now. Okay, these are the players we're looking at in these situations and these positions. Okay, Amorim now has an idea of who he wants to get rid of. Okay, these are the players that are leaving. So you go sack a new manager, that resets. New manager comes in and goes, nah, I don't want to get rid of such and such, keep such and such. Let me have a look at such and such. I'm tired of it. Remontadas for teams and play. We've been going down a slope for the longest. And these players have been there. So again, someone answer me. Who did they get? We sack Amorim today. What manager did they go and get?
Southgate.
Exactly.
Great decision.
Yeah. That's why Ashworth lost his job just for that suggestion.
So there you go. Big up Irvin. He said Gunnar said De Bruyne isn't top 20 Premier League midfielders.
Of all time, he's not.
Really?
In the last 10 years, yes. But of all time, he's not.
Really?
Yeah. I
What's
think
your
of all
20?
time. Are we saying we just including all midfielders? No, so 6s, 10s, and 8s, or are we saying specifics?
His position.
So what is he at 8? Yeah, and as an 8, yes.
Yeah, centre midfield.
So does
So
that
centre
include...
midfield and DMs. Of course he's top 20.
Is he?
How's he
See,
not top
and
20?
DMs.
Yeah. How's he not 20? So look, Vieira, Makaleli,
Is he better than Petit?
dude, De Bruyne.
Yes.
Oh.
Because this is where, because people are forgetting names. Is he better than Petit?
You know what? Petit's my guy, but I'd probably have to put him above Petit.
Okay, so he's better than so. You got Vieira, you got Scholes, you got Keane, you got Makaleli, you got Kante, you got Fabregas, you got Yaya,
Super
you
duper
got David Silva, you got Frank Lampard, Gerrard. That's 10 off the top of my head.
That's 10. 20 though. See, look, where can you get 20?
Who
Where
else
we
could we
getting
go for? Xavi Alonso. I don't think Xavi Alonso's better.
Xabi Alonso's better. Essien's better. 12. Not Essien.
I'm taking this.
That's cold, to be fair. Like, that's not crazy. That's not
Kante.
crazy.
Balak.
Cesc.
Yeah, I already said Cesc. Balak. Rodri.
Nah, he's better than Rodri.
He's not better than Rodri. When has De Bruyne ever been? Yo, what are we talking about? People talking about Rodri being the most important player in Europe. What are we doing?
I put him above Rodri.
David Silva, Yaya Toure. He's even the
David
best.
Silva, Yaya Toure.
He's never been the best City player.
He's not. He don't get in City's best 11 of all time.
No, he does.
I'd have him over Yaya because I think he's been walking. I think
he definitely gets in City's best 11. 100%.
I think so. I'm putting.
Yeah, I'd have him over Yaya still.
Who? De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Oh, David Silva's better than
I do think De Bruyne, he's disrespected and overrated at the same time. It's so weird.
Is he overrated though, blood?
He bro, when do you don't really, bro? He's just like Salah and just like certain Henry. This guy don't really turn up in finals either. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's not great.
I didn't say that doesn't mean he's not
Just
great.
because you don't turn up in finals doesn't mean like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you're gonna say that because
And you're saying this thing about Henry don't turn up in finals. Henry has turned up in
Now,
finals.
my point is to say that look how great Henry is. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't turn up in finals. So I just think KDB isn't labeled with that as much as per se an Henry or even a Salah as per se. I don't think he's labeled as it.
And you know why he's not labeled with that?
Let me finish. Cam said it the other day. We've heard stick from other players in their nations and not being able to get over the line, but you don't really hear it as much anymore with KDB. As what Cam said, I've seen Salah get more stick with Egypt, playing with bums in Egypt, than KDB, but while being surrounded by the golden generation, Lukaku, Tielemans, Eden Hazard, Company, Vertonghen, Vermaelen, Carrasco.
I still will never forgive him for that France.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we actually doing here?
The reason why he doesn't get why he doesn't get as much stick as those players.
You could say that with England, blood. Look who Gerrard had, look who Lampard had, look who Beckham had. You could say the same thing for them.
But my point is, I'm saying that for KDB, these things don't get highlighted the way it was for like as much.
I think it does get highlighted. I think Belgium were known as the biggest failure.
We hear about Phil Foden and what he does and what he doesn't do for his country every single international.
And here it is. The reason why we don't.
He does things for Belgium. Foden does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, obviously more than Foden. Obviously, KDB wasn't horrible for his country, but when we talk about all timers, we talk about people winning.
Yeah, but you know why he doesn't get that much stick? Because we don't put him in that class with them players you mentioned.
But Flawless, he does get put in that class because no one talks about Eden Hazard because he was player of the tournament, regardless of where he finished. Regardless of where they finished, Eden Hazard was player of the tournament. Cooked everyone.
Robbed him.
Neymar didn't win. Neymar didn't win. But when they went out to Croatia, but everyone knew what Neymar did that game, even though they lost to Croatia.
Yeah,
everyone knew what Neymar was doing.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying because listen, it's not always been his way. KDB has got injuries in certain games, like head injuries and that, where we can't really legislate for that. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a Prem great, but at the same time, I feel like his shortcomings have never been highlighted.
No, I agree with that. He is a Prem great. I don't think he's a world great. I don't think he's a world beater.
Like, you might think he's better than Fernandinho.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And let me ask you, Troops, Gilberto Silva.
No.
Okay.
Gilberto Silva was an unsung hero. Like what he did because Vieira got the limelight. You know what I mean? What he did for Brazil and Arsenal as well. You talk about a World Cup winner here, blood.
So how many we named? Like 60. So let's say he's top 20.
He's a World Cup winner as well. But Gilberto was different, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
Gilberto was different, blood. I'm not gonna lie. Petit's my guy. Like Petit's my guy, bro. Petit was one of my first heroes as a kid, innit? Like the first double and all of that, innit? But
KDB,
Gilberto Silva, nah, that was different gravy, mate. That man was different gravy.
Man, over the last 10 years, KDB has been one of the best players.
Definitely in the past, and that's where the conversation, like, if you say last 10 years, without question, he's top 5 in the last 10 years.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna dumb certain things down. We're not gonna act like he's just a stat merchant. Like, we're not gonna say anything like that. I'm not going in. I'm just saying he's underrated, but he's disrespected, but he's also overrated and doesn't get spoken about when he stinks shit up enough, like anywhere near enough. And I don't know if that's a KDB thing or if it's a Man City thing. Do you get it? Like, I think if his shortcomings were in a Man United shirt, would it be highlighted more? Yes. I think it probably would be. You know what I'm saying? It could be that. It could be that as well. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't seen a player that just escapes allegations, but also be kind of disrespected at the same time because of the outrageous stuff he does on a consistent basis. It's really weird with him. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, KDB's out there in GDK now, so what does it matter, man?
This take might not look too wild still, I'm not gonna lie. When you think about it. Yeah, this one you're crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That wise, hey Thomas, man, relax.
I didn't even see that. I don't want to see it. I saw
Thomas is always moving mad, blood. You get me?
Bro, this isn't a late night black again.
Yeah, this ain't black again, bro. This is back again. You get me?
Black
again.
Feel me? But Lewis, I see your thumbnail. I see your rage for Nkunku. I see you saying Nkunku makes Havertz look good. You understand? I've been saying this for months that Nkunku is getting away
scot-free. You understand? Big transfer fee. You get me? He was one of the main guys for France when he came over. Obviously got the injury. You know what I mean? And he has been arguably as shit as Rasmus Højlund blood, let alone Kai Havertz blood. You get me? Your best opportunities probably came from tossing.
No, we had a lot of chances in the second half, to be honest. That came with the substitutions because we brought Jackson and Palmer on. And like we were better for a little 15, 20-minute cameo, and then it just reverted back to the same old mid that we saw throughout the game. Draw is a fair result. 0-0 is a fair result because like both attacks were garbage, in my opinion. Like both teams had chances and barely did anything with the chances. You could argue Brentford had the better chances, but even then their end product and their final ball wasn't good enough. You see Mbuemo going through one-on-one on the left-hand side, and what does he do? He shoots at Sanchez's left-hand side. It's an easy save for him to make. One of the players skins Gusto and then just hoofs the ball at Whistle, when all he really has to do is tap it towards him and it's 1-0. In terms of Chelsea, like all we did was just kept shooting up wide. All second half, it was just wide. Like we had like one shot from Neto that tested the keeper. We had a header from Reece James that tested the keeper. I think Palmer had one shot as well. And like that was about it. Like there's a lot of meaty performances. And the first thing people are going to say, they're going to talk about like dropping Jackson and Palmer, but they're both coming back from injuries as well. And we're playing Thursday to Sunday. Man had to be dropped and brought on in the second half. Like we complained that Maresca don't use his squad in the first half of the season, and now we're going to complain that he actually did use his squad in this game. It is what it is. In terms of the forward line, I'm looking more at them because they weren't good. Like even Jackson Palmer, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because they are still getting back to speed and everything, but they came on and like all we did was have a bit of a flurry for 15, 20 minutes, but I don't feel like we really tested Brentford like that. And then like Nkunku, useless, straight useless again. Shout out Mons. I'm going to be rinsing that everybody hates Chris Line until the end of the season. That is a fucking bar, bruv. I am sick to death of seeing this useless balloon merchant. And I ain't even seen that balloon in like God knows how long because he don't do anything. Brother just exists on a
It
football
defo
pitch.
stinks. It defo stinks now. That balloon defo stinks.
This is mad. Man said leave him in the changing room with a smart whip.
Remember,
Yeah, you might as well put the
is
balloon
hilarious.
You ain't fucking scoring unless we get a pen so you can stat pad.
The real smart whip specialist, man. Start.
Fucking
It's
joke.
2025, you know.
I can't, but everyone who said like fucking Nkunku should be playing up top over Jackson, get in the bin, bruv. Jackson comes on and yeah, you know what, his finishing is still, but he'll give me everything else on the football pitch more than Nkunku will. This brother just exists. He just exists. He's just there as a body on the pitch and he don't do nothing. See him and Sanchez arguing after Sanchez nearly gave away a goal. It's like, bro, you're both fucking shit. We're both shit. What are you arguing about? Both of you shouldn't be on the fucking football pitch. Oh, yeah, but Sanchez saved us with one or two decent stops. I don't care. Goalkeeper makes a save. Defender tackles.
He made
midfielder runs.
Him and Vardio have made the most errors leading to shots. Vardio, you know, is 8. They've made the most errors. And
Sanchez is also top of the league for errors leading to goals too. But I meant to big this guy up. And also, while we're talking about Troops, I can't lie. I'm starting to run out of patience, man. I'm starting to run out of patience.
I see the chat, man.
I'll be so real. It's another game where I just don't see any real incentive.
Are you going to pay this 5 mil and just call it a night?
Look, we're hearing
5 mil, blood.
We're hearing briefs that's going to depend on like if we get UCL in this form to the end of the season. And I'll be so real. That's probably my vibe as well. I'm going to look at this at the end of the campaign, but his stocks are going down by the day. So up to you. Do something. Because yet again, it's like, it's the decision making. Like with Sancho, I believe in his ability, but his decision making, fuck me, it takes so long to make a call. And by then he's got 2 or 3 players around him.
Is this a confidence thing? Because he's not, normally he's very, you understand, drop the shoulder, quick thought, you know what I mean? Cut inside.
I don't know what it is at this point. I really don't. But I'm starting to get tired of it. I really am. Because so we'll see where it is at the end of the season with Sancho. But
You still getting top 4?
Yeah, yes. I still believe we can get top 4. We're still 4th, in spite of the fact that we dropped points.
But Villa, not Villa. Who got
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
They play.
Yeah, they
today,
got a
right?
game in hand on us.
They play tonight, blood.
And yeah, they got Leicester.
Let's
Like,
be honest,
Leicester, bro. You know what I mean? Because when I look at this,
no, but
when I look
even
at the
then,
race-
like, we're still going to be 4th. It's just only going to be on goal difference. So
it's getting close now, though, because
it's been close. It's been
but
close.
now it's getting real close, blood. Because City's on 52, you're on 53, Newcastle win, they're on 53, and then Villa's the blood. This is Lewis. Let me look at your fixtures, blood. Yeah, because Chelsea.
Sticking dark,
Let's
man.
see. Because it's actually there could be a possibility. Okay, you got Ipswich next. That should be a win. Then you got Fulham away. Why? Everton at home. Why? Chelsea, Liverpool at home. Why?
We should be beating Everton at home.
Brad, you know what? You might miss out on top 4. I'm not gonna lie, blood, because
It's top 5 anyway, isn't it?
top 5, even top 5, bro. I'm looking at these fixtures, lads. You know what? Let me just share the screen, blood, because there is a possibility Chelsea could miss out, blood. Look at this: Ipswich, Fulham, Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United, Forest. They could miss out. There's a possibility they could miss out, blood.
Of course, there's a possibility. There's always been a possibility.
Well, you know what? I think is it Villa.
I've never
Villa
said that's not. I've said in spite of that, I think we can get top 4 anyway. Like, we're gonna act like everybody around us is gonna win all their games. There's a reason why we're in the top. Why we're all in the top 4 race, because none of us are really consistent, but our majority is leaning towards wins. Only leaning. It's just not consistent enough. Hence why you're in the top 4 race. This is the top 4 race. There will be inconsistencies left, right, and center. People ask me like why I'm still patient going into the run-in for the season. Ask me why I was running chill guy gimmick at the start of the campaign, because I never believed we had the quality for a title race. I believed we had the quality for a top 4 race. And what is the top 4 race? This inconsistent mess.
That's tough for Villa, that run.
So Villa got Southampton, Newcastle, City, Fulham, Bournemouth, Tottenham, and then United. So Villa, I'd say Villa's not your threat. Who else is up there?
Newcastle and City.
Villa plays City and Newcastle now.
Yeah.
So it's actually in Villa's hands to go and get top 4.
But do they have one eye on the Champions League semi-final if they get past PSG?
Well, they're in 4 wins in the last 5 games, so they seem to be dealing with it quite well.
And also, Forest have the best run out of everybody.
We'll see.
Forest have the best run out of everybody, so I'm expecting them to have top 4 wrapped up by the time we play them. So hopefully they're on the pitch.
Newcastle's runs techie as well. Leicester, United, Palace, Villa, Ipswich, Brighton.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Arsenal, Everton. Yeah. It's who can pick up who can pick up a run of wins is what
Villa are on
and
3
ain't that the top 4
Villa are building momentum, and if Villa beat PSG and then they win their semi-final, they're just building momentum. They can carry that into this, bro, because they've got momentum from these other.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not subscribing to that because Villa are notoriously bad coming out of UCL games. So I hope they progress. Keep progressing. Make the final, please. I'm fine with that. Like, the top 4 race is inconsistent. So, like, why should I be like fucking scared shitless of all these other teams? We've been mid for the best part of all year and we've just retained 4th. Like, all I need to worry about is myself and my team. I don't really care about everybody else's fixtures like that because I expect everybody else to drop points.
Oh, so City got Palace, Everton, Villa, Wolves, Southampton, Bournemouth, Fulham.
I don't think anyone has like that easy running. There's more favorable fixtures for some, like in certain games, but yeah, there's no one that you look at and go, that's easy. Because you look at City even with that. Like, I don't think Palace is a gimme. I don't think they necessarily just beat Palace at home.
Oh, yeah, he's suspended for that game as well.
So's Nketiah diving and reckless play.
I think they'll beat Wolves and Southampton, but then Bournemouth and Fulham ain't easy either.
It's going to be an interesting race.
Southampton. Oh, brother. Yeah, that's just it. It's going to be an interesting race, but man, are acting like Chelsea's already fucked it. No, we haven't. No, I'm annoyed that we dropped points again. Don't get it twisted.
Does
But I
Maresca
also like this is the top 4 race.
does Maresca
Top
get
4 race
sacked?
is full of inconsistencies, left, right, and centre. Sorry, go for it.
Nah, does he get sacked if he misses out on top 4?
He's not getting sacked. He's not getting sacked. I've been saying this all
Would
year.
you
Like
be Maresca out?
Probably not.
Okay.
I've said Maresca showed me more than Poch, regardless of what happens this season.
Do you think he's a better
season
manager than
comes out-
Thomas Frank? Because according
What?
to, do you think he's a better manager than Thomas Frank? Because according to Chelsea Fan TV, what's my guy, blood, the one that interviews you?
Alex.
Alex thinks that Thomas Frank is a better manager.
Yeah, look, shout out to Alex and everything, but the reason why he's this heavy on Maresca is because he was heavy on Poch last season. Man wanted to keep Poch after the Carabao Cup final and after he got whooped 5-0 at the Emirates. I'm not listening to it. Majority of this Maresca criticism seems to come from Poch peggers. I keep saying, like, if you don't rate both managers, it is what it is. I ain't even going to argue with you. Fine, whatever. Miss me with the revisionism. As soon as people start doing it, I'm logging out. I'm not listening to your take. You're chatting shit. Straight shit. Oh, Poch needed a second season for stability within the team while we rotted in mid-table for the majority of last season. Maresca has us in a top 4 race all season, and he don't need that second season for stability and for better players to come in. Figure that out. It don't make sense. You contradict yourselves left, right, and centre. Criticize Maresca for stuff like starting Sanchez and when we play late subs or when the game management isn't great. And I hear it. People act like I do up Maresca Defense League and everything. No, I just think we're in a better position now than we were last season. That's it. That's literally it.
I hear it. Big up in Cuckoo, please leave. I've been seeing Mont on TikTok and I can't believe it's the same person.
Big up, man, but you can get rid of the please. Just piss off. Waste of time, waste of money, waste of balloons, waste of smart whip. Get out the club. Fucking lazy fuck. Man makes Lukaku look like Prime and Golo Kante, bruv. Fucking joke. You know how bad a forward has to be for me to say that Havertz is better and he offers more for me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I watched the game. He offered. He did nothing. He offered.
He's
nothing.
shit.
Yeah, he offered.
He's so fucking shit. And this is the bigger, it's depth. Like the bigger thing we need to talk about is like we were talking about this B team and everything, and the B team's garbage. That's what it comes down to. Like, man are gonna complain that Palmer and Jackson didn't start. These men played Thursday to Sunday. It would look even worse on Maresca if he started them. We draw 0-0 and we have to take both of our best forwards off. They're gonna criticize his game management. Fuck, does that make any sense?
Can't win, can you?
It's dark, man.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's the problem with half of this tapped fan base. Anything to moan about.
Other weekend games. Just gonna fly through these quickly, blood. Ipswich 1, Wolves 2. That's probably Wolves safe and sound now. Another season in the Premier League. Delap getting a goal again. He's had a great season. Expect him to get a move in the summer. Sarabia and Strand Larson with the goals for Wolverhampton.
Keep an eye on him, by the way. He's good, man.
I rate Strand Larson. Very good striker, blood. You get me? Very, very good striker. Palace 2, Everton 1. Sorry, Palace 2, Brighton 1. Free sending off in the last 12 minutes of the game. Eddie Nketiah. Terrible dive from Nketiah, you absolute scumbag, cheating, diving scumbag. Old Palace get relegated. Hold that, blood, dickhead. He got sent off, 2 yellow cards. Then Gay got sent off for 2 yellow cards. Lucky it won straight red. And then Van Hecke also getting sent off. Mateta getting another goal. He's on absolute fire. Munoz getting the winner. Danny Welbeck goal sandwich in between those two.
Hey, good to see a derby actually live up to the expectation, eh?
Real talk, blood. West Ham 2, Bournemouth 2. West Ham did lead 2-0. Goals from Fulkrug and Bowen, but Evan Nilsson. No, sorry, it was West Ham were leading 2-1. Then Evan Nilsson pulled it back 2-2. He got 2 goals. He's had a good season as well this year, blood. I can't lie, fam. Bournemouth have done their thing this year. I can't even lie, blood. Villa 2, Forest 1. Massive result in the top 4 race. That one You know what I mean? Put Villa back in the mix, blood. Rodgers and Malin with the goals. Jota Silva getting one back in the second half. That was a game of two halves still. First half was Villa. Second half was all Forest, blood. If Forest had end product, they definitely win that game, blood. Tottenham 3, Southampton 1. Southampton, the first team relegated. Southampton first team to be relegated after 31 games as well, blood. You get me? Will they be worse than Derby? I think they will. Brennan Johnson, 2 goals. Matty Tell with 1 in stoppage time from the penalty spot. And that's it, blood. Can I get a quick prediction from the man them? Leicester taking on Newcastle tonight.
Yeah, Newcastle 2-0.
4-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle.
4-0 Newcastle.
I'm not saying I look like Skelly, please. Not after today's conversation, guys.
I said Montaloo Skelly. It's crazy.
No, what do you call him? Mont Rocks. Uncle Mont. Yeah, Uncle Montress. Yeah, that's crazy. Midweek games, Champions League time, blood. You understand? Champions League is back again, bro. Quarterfinal time.
The UCL. Let's go.
The only team in this on this panel is me, blood. You get me? But this will probably be my last involvement in this competition for another season. Unfortunately, you get me? Because we face Real Madrid, blood. Pray for Madrid, ladies and gentlemen. Pray for Madrid. You get me? I do have news on the game. There are actually 5 Madrid players that are 1 yellow card away from missing the second leg. Vinny, Modric, Rudiger, Camavinga, Endrick, Vasquez, and Militao are all
Fucking
1
hell.
yellow card. Yep, all 1 yellow card away from missing the second leg in the Bernabeu. But we also have Rice, Martinelli, and Urian Timber, who risk being suspended for the second leg in the Bernabeu if they are booked. As the thumbnail says, can Arsenal do the impossible, blood? You get me? Because for me, it's an impossible task when you have Gabriel injured, when you have Saka at probably 50%. It's not looking good, bruv. You get me? Big decisions for Arteta with the starting lineup. Let me give you some stats on this game. This will be just the 3rd meeting between Arsenal and Real Madrid in European competition following their last 16 tie in the Champions League in 2006. Arsenal won 1-0 in the first leg away from home before drawing 0-0 at Highbury in the second leg. Since the start of the 2017-18 campaign, Real Madrid have played 22 matches against English sides in the knockout stages of the UEFA Champions League. This is 10 more than any other team against sides from a specific nation in this period, after Liverpool and Man City's 12 meetings each with Spanish teams. Real Madrid have beaten more different opponents than any other side in European Cup Champions League history, including 7 different English sides, but Arsenal are not one of them. The only other English team to avoid defeat in their first 3 games against Real Madrid in the European Cup / Champions League are Liverpool. Real Madrid haven't lost the first leg in any of their last 8 knockout stage ties in the Champions League. Their joint longest run in the competition in first leg meetings, along with another 8-game run between April 2016 and February 2019. And finally, Arsenal have led for longer than any other team in the Champions League in Champions League matches this season, 568 minutes overall, while only Inter Milan 5 minutes have trailed for fewer minutes than the Gunners, 65 in the competition this term. Now, only if you look at on stats, paper, whatever, the only team with a better defense than us in the Champions League right now is Inter Milan. We have actually done a lot of our good work in the Champions League this season. We've actually looked capable in the Champions League, blood. You get me? But this is the time where, you get me, the dream unfortunately comes to an end, blood. You get me? We went from pray for Madrid to actual pray for Madrid, blood. You get me? That Gabriel injury is a massive spanner in the works, blood. I think with Gabriel fit, with Saka even at 50%, I think we could have maybe nicked a little victory at the Emirates. I think we could have nicked it. I think we could have nicked it at the Emirates, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think we could have nicked it at the Emirates. Little 2-1 victory, and then we lose it in the second leg. But you understand, Kiwior at the back. Who's he gonna play at left back?
Do you think he plays? Do you think he plays Kiwior at centre back?
He will.
Okay, so do I, because I was having this debate yesterday. A man would disagree with me, saying that he won't play Kiwior, like he might play like Saliba and Ben White as centre back. So
Nah, he will not play Ben
Timber.
White as centre back.
Yeah,
if he's got a left side, Arteta likes to play right foot, left foot.
Mm.
So Kiwior being left footed, he's going to no
play.
doubt play in the centre back role. I wouldn't start Skelly.
Would you go Timber and Ben White?
Nope, I'd go Tierney and Timber.
Ah, okay. What do you think Arteta does? What fullbacks do you think he goes for?
I think Arteta goes Ben White, Timber.
Okay, first.
I would go Tierney, bro. You understand? I'd definitely go Tierney. I'd definitely go Timber. I think they are our two best fullbacks. Who will Tierney be defending? Rodrigo. Rodrigo versus Skelly. It's a techie one still. You know what I mean? I'd rather go defensively strong. You get me? Because if we lose this game at the Emirates, then it could be an absolute whitewash in the Bernabeu blood. You get me? Because there's not going to be no hope. There's not going to be no confidence when they go into that stadium and they see them white flags waving around. When they hear that Madrid, it's going to hit different, bro. This ain't FIFA, blood. You understand? You're really going to hear it, blood. You get me? You're really going to see. You get me? You're really going to see. You're really going to see that, blood. You understand? So we have to take something to the Bernabeu to build confidence, blood. You get me? To just have something to hold on to. You understand? I wouldn't go. And because we are playing, I think if we were playing Gabriel, I'd go Skelly. Because Gabriel can, you understand, guide him through.
Yeah,
the experience head. He can get him through certain situations.
I think
with Farmer Jacob, nah, blood. That can't run. I need someone with defensive nous on that side of the pitch, blood. You get me? And Skelly don't have that defensive nous because he's not an out-and-out left back.
Hey, what? No, what?
He's being played out of position.
Hold on now. Hey, we're not allowed to. No,
I'm not allowed to say that. This is my player.
No, he's perfect.
This is my player.
In every aspect.
Shut up. So, with Skelly not being an out-and-out left back and having to play out of position and not being defensively aware as an experienced Kieran Tierney, who has played the left back role for several years, won league titles, you get me? Scotland's best left back, all of that good stuff, blood, you get me? Then Kieran Tierney, and if we be honest, Kieran Tierney has been one of our most threatening players. You understand?
Oh, shit,
this Arteta guy wants to fucking play cross the ball, but then you don't want to play the best crosser, blood. You get me? Like, Tierney must start, in my opinion, you get me? For me, I'd go Raya, Timber, Saliba, Kiwior, Tierney, Rice, Odegaard, Partey, Saka, Ethan, Martinelli.
So, but do you think he's gonna go?
He will go Raya, Ben White, Saliba, Kiwior, Timber, Rice, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Marino.
You reckon he plays Marino as the 9 and then Trossard one side and then Saka the other? Okay.
Yeah. Now you play Martinelli. Martinelli one side, Saka one side, Marino in the 9. That's how he will sit. That's how he will set up. Sorry, you get me. Prediction. 1-1.
3-1 Madrid.
2-1 Arsenal.
2-0 Madrid.
Let me get some predictions for the other games. Bayern Inter.
Yeah, Bayern got a bag of injuries. Musiala's out. Fonzo Davies is out.
Inter.
Yeah, that was going to be mine. Same as Months.
2-1 Bayern.
Who's at home?
Bayern.
Is Kane out as well?
2-1 Bayern.
Barcelona, Dortmund.
Barca 3-1.
Barca 3-2.
Barca 3-1.
2-0 Barca.
And then PSG, Aston Villa. Unai Emery going back to his old stomping ground.
Oh, I forgot that he's former PSG. 1-1. I think that would be a good game.
I could
3-1
see a 1-1 to be fair.
3-1 PSG.
1-1.
Europa League, flawless. Oh, you're not even playing this week. You're playing next week, no?
Yeah, we're playing Thursday.
Oh, no. You are. The second leg,
Yeah.
dude. I was like, where are you? I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
the
there you are.
first leg, yeah, because it's obviously
Yeah,
Champions
first
League
leg,
and then Europa
away in
League.
Lyon.
Yeah.
Leon got a few injuries. You get me?
Yeah, that one of their wingers has just got a bad injury, isn't it? Supposed to be one of their better wingers. Can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Prediction? How you feeling?
I don't know too much about Leon, so it's tough to like gauge like in regards to them because I haven't watched them at all. Whereas other teams I've mentioned, I've watched even if it's a little bit. So I think to keep the tie alive, don't lose 1-1, and then we draw 1-1.
2-1 Leon.
Turkey ball.
1-1.
Leon got a shit defense. 3-3.
You think we're going there and scoring 3 goals?
I'll be honest. Their defense is shocking. Like, they'll make your attack look half decent.
You reckon
Not
also? You reckon it's them being that bad will make our attack look good?
Yeah. It's not
I'll see
really
that
a
too.
new man being. Yeah, so that.
Let me get some predictions for the other games, man. Them. Bodo Glimt versus Lazio.
2-0 Lazio.
2-1 Lazio.
That's what I was gonna go with 2-1 Lazio.
I might as well. Yeah, 2-1 Lazio.
Rangers Athletic Bilbao.
2-0 Bilbao.
2-1 Rangers.
2-1 Bilbao.
1-1.
Tottenham versus Frankfurt.
2-1 Spurs.
1-1.
Yeah, again mid-month 2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Frankfurt.
Lewis, you travel
Yo.
to Liga Warsaw. You are off to Poland. You get me? First leg of the Conference League for you, blood. How you feeling? Predictions?
There'll be a tough atmosphere for the players, but bar that, I still expect us to win. I'd probably go more. Ideally 3-1. Might be a 2-1.
Would you
We'll go
start Palmer
3-1.
and would you start Palmer and Jackson to get help with the minute situation?
It would have to be another 45 or so cameo for me. I wouldn't want them playing the 90. But yeah, I want them to have some sort of feature in the game. Because if not, it means Clueless is going to have to play again. And fuck that. Leave him in Poland. But yeah, 3-1. 3-1.
Clueless is crazy.
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, fuck
That's
it,
crazy.
man.
We say 3-1.
Yeah.
I say 2-1 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
I don't even know. I can't even pronounce the other teams, bro. You get me? Fiorentina's playing, Real Betis is playing, and then there's some mad thing going on in the other game. Bro.
Okay, I predict Fiorentina and Betis to win. And
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, blood. You understand? Big up, man, like OG Queens. Andy in the chat. He said, Lewis should be in a ski mask. It's never late. Ready for my game Wednesday. 4-0 win. Real Madrid win 2-0. I will be here for your crash out. Be humble, eh?
Ski
Blood.
mask for a draw, you know.
You know OG's a madman, blood. But let me tell you
Big
something.
up OG, though.
If you slip against Dortmund, blood, I will be there, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, he's boss. I thought he would have wanted you lot to win, but fair enough. Maybe
Nah,
this is...
he gives honest predictions, innit?
Ah, right, okay.
Like he wants us to fist them up, but he knows we're gonna get.
Fairs. Okay, fair enough.
He knows, blood. But big up my OG every time, blood. Big up man like Nadir as well. There's question for the panel. Who would you take in your squad for a rebuild? Enzo or Bruno?
Imagine the individual player starting for a new 11.
Neither.
Well,
I'd
Enzo
rather have
Fernandez.
Enzo personally. But
I'm
Yeah,
getting
no,
Enzo.
no.
I think Enzo's kind of. I think
No,
Enzo's
Enzo-
improved this year.
Don't get
I
misunderstood.
think
Enzo is
that he's timing his runs into the box. His passing is good. His reading of the game is good.
I hear
I'm
that.
actually
Enzo's
impressed
better
with
than
Enzo.
Bruno, without question. But I'm not taking either of them in my team. I'm rebuild. Man said rebuild. No, I'm not looking go get Enzo or Bruno.
Yeah,
Enzo's
I
better,
think-
100%.
Yeah, I got Enzo still.
and even then, it kind of depends on the team too.
Nah,
Mont,
it's
Enzo or Bruno?
No, then in terms of like your rebuild, like you're trying to pick what's
It's
the way you're
Enzo.
playing.
You build your team around.
Whatever the level.
If you build your team around Bruno, you're not winning any major trophy. If you build your team around Enzo,
There's a
I feel
possibility.
I feel like when Enzo plays well, Chelsea tend to lose and draw games. It's mad weird.
With Enzo, you just have to have enough players to do the defensive work
How about
for
this?
him.
You're not
He gets
supposed to build
bypassed too easy.
You're not supposed to build your team around either of them. There's supposed to be players in your team that can just contribute something. Never build your team around. But if I had to pick, probably got Enzo. Age factor, and he's younger.
Yeah, it's got
Enzo is easier to accommodate for. You just need to have enough players to handle the defensive work, and you're good.
Mm-hmm. Any other man them going live?
Yeah, I'm about
Nah,
to.
actually, I'm gonna do a video.
Yeah, I'm going live now.
So we are redirecting to Flawless Blood. You understand?
You lot play tomorrow,
Derby.
right?
Yeah, we're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, they play Tuesday. Yeah.
Manchester Derby was dead. What happened to the game we love? You get
Shout
me?
out to my guy Eddie for the title, man. Shout out Eddie.
Go and you get me checking on Flawless, and you know what I mean, for your 2 pence in, you understand? But for now, that's another ep wrapped up, blood. Episode 380 wrapped up like a Zubi, blood. Big up the man them as always, blood. Monts, Lewis, Flawless, you know the thing, blood. You understand? One more super chat, OG Queens, one more time. I want Arsenal to lose so I can face Madrid in the final. Fuck both of you bums, FC. End of May, bow down to me. Pause. Man,
I hope we get our Clasico final because we getting one in Copa del Rey. I want one in the Champions League just for the spectacle. That shit would be fire, and they play each other late in La Liga as well. That shit's fire.
It'd be sick to see one in the Club World Cup too. Oh, sorry, OG, my bad. Maybe in 2029, innit?
I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. We go live, blood, for the Madrid game. You get me? It's gonna be.
Oh, we will be there.
It's gonna be an interesting one, blood. You get me? I
know Madrid, Nas.
Yeah, I know all these pussies will be there, blood. You understand?
Really
Gooners link up.
Man, we just here to support, man. The hell?
Gooners link up, blood. Fuck the ops, bro. You get me? Smash a like on your way out, and yeah, pray for me, blood, please.
Chills.
Redirecting to Lewis as well.